All right. What's going on, party people? This is your man Griff. And yes, it is Fritter Friday. It is the best day of a notary's life, Fritter Friday. All right. Welcome. All right, let everybody roll on up in here. All right. All right. Give y'all a moment to roll on up in here. Got me some grits. Yeah, y'all see that steam coming off there. Got me some grits. Yeah, good and fresh. Oh man. Got my juice. Trying to keep tabs of all of this stuff. Oh man. Let's see here. All right. Let's check me out on all these different platforms. I got stuff rolling on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Ah, I got Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter all at the same time. Nope, I don't want to sign up. And see, I don't even go into Twitter that often, so sometimes I'll be forgetting how to get in there. All right, username, password, and all that good stuff. What's going on, Ashley? What's going on, Angela? Oh man, Senia. I hope I'm saying that right. All right, so I'm trying to log into my Twitter because I want to see how this bad boy works while I'm on Twitter and everything, and all of that. And hold on. Let me do the invite. So if anybody wants to hop in on the live, you got your questions and all of that, got your fritter you want to show off. Um, that'll be great. So there's the link to hop into the stream yard and everything. And hey, so I don't know how to see my thing on Twitter. That's supposed to be, oh, there it is. All right, there it is. There it is. Okay. So that's showing on Twitter. All right. So I got all three. I got all three popping there, y'all. I got all three popping. Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube broadcasting. The StreamYard is nice. I have to give it to them. StreamYard is popping. Yeah, good morning, KB. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, party people. So today, it's just going to be sort of a little bit of a free for all. And I know there's a lot of people who are, I hope that didn't disconnect something there. And I guess everybody can hear me fine, right? Just want to make sure everybody can hear me, right? But yeah, today's gonna be sort of a little free for all. We just gonna kick it for a little bit, chill. It's talent today, baby. About talent means nothing without hard work. If you're not out here working hard, if you ain't out here grinding, then thank you. Then you're not going to see the success. You're not going to see the level of success that you want to see because you're not out here working. Okay. And oh man, oh goodness. So I'm just excited. I'm excited. And I do have a special announcement for y'all today why I'm doing the Fritter Friday live, because today is a very, very special day and everything. So I'm just checking. I have done a commercial closing. Those are not difficult. You will have a lot more deeds and notes to sign. Sometimes you can have 2 and 3 deeds, 2 and 3 notes. So the paperwork might be more and everything. Yeah, y'all hit the like button, y'all. Appreciate that. So there is the yeah, there's a lot of extra papers in there that you will see. Depending on the commercial loan, um the notarial area might be a little quirky from the standpoint, like one of them I did, they actually wanted me to put my address. So I actually had to put my address, you know, where I lived at. That's what it asked for. So I had to put the state or county of that was normal, and then do all the other stuff. And then I had to turn around and do the my address. I don't know why, but it asked, and everything. So I filled it out. Nobody came back and said I did it wrong. So I figured that I must have done it right. And then there's other ones that I've done and they didn't ask for that. So the main thing is you just have to read the notarial area. What is the notarial area asking for? What is it asking you to give it? It's saying boom, and then you like, okay, fill in the blanks. So of course, if you were the type of person that had a hard time filling in the blanks, like I did, it might take you a minute or two or a little bit to get in there. What's going on? What's going on, my man? Apprentice. That's the man right there out there in California, tearing it up, y'all. He's tearing it up out there in California. So yeah, I've done maybe 3 commercial loans. I think about 3. It's not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot, but what I have, I've done them and they wasn't hard. They wasn't hard. You just have to make sure you really pay attention to what you're doing. I gotta adjust this. There we go. There we go. Had too much headspace up there. Got this new camera called Nexigo 4K, and it moves back and up and down, zooms in and zooms out. I like it. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna leave it right there, and then there we go. I like that. Yeah, yeah. Get right on top of my big head. But yeah, so the commercial loans aren't difficult at all. Aren't difficult at all. So if anybody want to hop in, um, feel free to do so. And I am also, because this is a special day, I'm also doing some prize giveaways. That's right. I'm doing some prize giveaways today. So what I need y'all to do, I need everybody, let me double check, make sure I got my stuff right. I need everybody to type in hashtag party people in the comment. So you'll be entered into it. Okay. Type in hashtag party people. Oh man, closing in on 70 signings for the month. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's hold on. That's what I'm there you go. And this gentleman is working full time. Okay. So he's working full time and doing those closings. So it's doable, people. It really is. You just take it. You just take it. So yeah, type in hashtag party people together, not spacing. My bad, Kimberly. Type in party people together, not space, no spaces, just party people, all caps, whatever, but party people, no spaces and everything. And and in that way, so when I run the wheel, it will. So do party people, no spaces and everything. Let me create my little banner. So yeah, hashtag. So do hashtag party people. Yep, I spelled it right. Yeah, so do hashtag party people. And then when I do my thing, and what we're going to be doing today, I don't know if any of y'all, where is my book? One of my favorite books, Atomic Habits. Oh, that glare. So let me hold it back. There we go. Atomic Habits, James Clear. That's going to be one of the giveaways. And I don't know whatever the heck else I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something for y'all. And the reason why, because this is a very, very, very special day. So I'm just waiting for a few more people to roll on up in here. Now, oh man, that's right. This is for the Facebook, I mean the YouTube. So people who are on YouTube, um, thanks, Larry. Yeah, the people on YouTube, I mean, it's only for the people on YouTube. So if you're on Twitter, if you're on Facebook, the price thing don't work for you. So my bad on that. I forgot to tell y'all that. But yeah, Larry, party people. I forgot to tell you, yeah, it doesn't work on the well, maybe it does. I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. Because sometimes it will show me the Facebook ones. So it may work. I don't know. I don't know. So we'll figure it out. But right now I do know this the StreamYard is set up for here. So it might only be with YouTube. And that's my bad. I forgot to double check that. I meant to, and I forgot to double check it. All right, all right. So the reason why today is special, and it's special, y'all know I got my apple fritter. I'm a little iffy. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. This apple fritter comes from Harris Teeter. I'm a little iffy on it. I'm a little iffy. It's too small for me, but we gonna see. We gonna see, and we gonna see. But today, the special day. I got my eggnog. I'm about to pop that today. The second, the second Friday of November marks 1 year that I've been off my W-2 and working this business full time. That's why this day is so special, y'all. This day is special because today makes 1 year that I've been free from the W-2. Yeah. So that's why I wanted to do this. And I wanted to thank each and every one of you. And I meant to type all this up earlier. All right. Let me add. So today marks 1 year I have been full time in my business. Okay. Sorry about all the typing up and down lowercase. But today marks 1 year that I've been full time in this business. And let me get okay. I'm gonna get to you for in a sec, Paul. And this was amazing to me. The second Friday of November. Of course, it was actually the 13th of November, but I'm just using as basically it was the second Friday of November in 2020 that I bounced. And I was like, deuces, I'm done. Um, I got some grits here. So y'all see me eating. I'm eating on my grits. And I'm gonna tell you, this has been fabulous for me. This has truly been fabulous. I have Okay, started. I celebrated a year doing notary work, October 31st. So thank you and congratulations to you, Darlene. Yeah, Darlene. Yeah, that's my girl there. Um, this has been and Paul's in Oklahoma. It has been great. I know there's people who were like didn't think this could be possible. How you gonna manage your family? Even my manager, he was like, "How you gonna take care of yourself? How you gonna take care of your family?" I'm gonna get out there and grind. Right there, talent means nothing without hard work. And I'm not afraid of hard work. And I'm like, I'm gonna get out here and do this thing. So I am so happy I made this move. Were there nervous moments? Yes. Were there times? There was never a time. Let me put it back. Was there times where I was like, okay, I don't know, it's just gonna be as easy as I thought it was gonna be, or that it might be harder? Yes. But was there ever a time that I regretted it and said I better go back to the W-2? Never. Once I rolled out that W-2, and sorry if I'm eating y'all, this breakfast time. Once I rolled out, I'm done. On to the promised land. There was no looking back. And I'm the type, once I leave something, I'm done with it. I don't go bouncing back and forth. If I better have a good reason. And I think there was only one time in my whole career that I've ever walked away from a job and went back. And that was only because the job that I went to, the people lied to me about the job and about what I was going to be doing there. So I went back to where I was at, and then I eventually left again. So my goal was to bounce out, and that's what I did. So I just wanted to celebrate with y'all here live. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and just say thanks to all of y'all. It has been a joy. It has been great talking to each and every one of you, whether through text, phone, in person, email, which I got to get up on my email. So if you've emailed me, I got this problem now. A lot of emails keep going to my spam, so I have to remember to check my spam. I don't know why. But if you've been emailing me, then yeah, hold on. And all that. And for people who get mad at me for checking my phone, look, we running a business, so we gotta I gotta keep up on some of everything. Okay. I'm out here trying to make this money, so I can't always just not, take orders and stuff or house inspections because I'm doing a live. Somebody might be calling me today because they called me yesterday about an order and everything, and then there's an order that might get canceled. So enough of me for at the moment. Let's get over to Paul. Paul, if you want, man, you can hop in. There's the link for the StreamYard. You can hop in also and chat it up with me. But the all right, hold on one second. I am trying to manage all of this at the same time. All right. So you have an NNA background done, the stamp, looking to either buy into the NNA books or a $25 a month study program. Okay, the question is this. Don't really know the direction to start. The question is, and this is for everybody, when you're talking about studying and learning, what is it that you're trying to study and learn? Okay, that's the question. What are you trying to study and learn? Because as I shared with a young lady on an Instagram live, I'm popping open my eggnog here. What I shared with her is that when you say I'm trying to study and learn something, you got to identify, got to shake it up too. You got to identify what it is that you're trying to learn. So if you're trying to be a diesel mechanic, you're not going to go, you know, to a plumbing school. So you got to go to a place that's going to teach you what it is that you're actually trying to learn. So what is it that you're trying to learn? And that's what you focus on. You just can't say, I just need to study. What are you trying to study? What are you trying to accomplish? So the main thing is this: you need to know how to properly notarize, Paul. If you understand how to properly notarize documents, then you're going to be good to go. Now, if you say, well, I don't know how to properly notarize documents, then that's, to me, in my opinion, that's where the NNA comes in, because the NNA has the Notary Essentials, which helps you understand how to properly notarize documents. You can also go to my Notary Basic playlist. Do I have that banner up here? Yeah. If you go check out my Notary Basic playlist on my YouTube channel, you will see videos in there. And the very first video is understanding acknowledgments. And then I have a loan overview. I got two loan doc overview ones. And then I have a prepping your documents video. So if you look at those four videos, that will help get you a good foundation on understanding how to properly notarize documents. Now, are there other caveats and things that I might not have directly covered? Yes. Didn't cover corporate and other things of that nature, but you will get a better understanding and have a better foundation of knowing, okay, this is how I properly notarize documents. Any other person out there that's having a program, even if it was $1 a month, the question is, are they going to teach you notarizations if that's what you're trying to learn? Now, if you're trying to learn how to run a business, how to do your business and all of that, there are companies out there that claim, or that they say they do, and there's nothing wrong with that, but a lot of it is just marketing. It's just really marketing and how to, quote unquote, get business. But then at the same time, they're teaching you how to go direct, But in going direct, the question is, does the state that I live in allow me to go work directly with title companies? So if it doesn't, then the tactics and techniques that they're teaching you may not be applicable to where you're at. You see what I'm saying? Then, Paul, if you're just getting into the game here, it may be that also you got everybody is full. Hold on, let me lost my thing. Some of these companies may already have um all the notaries that they need, so therefore there's no need for you. You see what I'm saying? There may not be a need for you at all. So I gotta be out there and start my business. Been so scared. I'm going to. Don't be scared. So the key thing is this: you're going to have to be flexible. Work with signing companies. Work with title companies. Work wherever you can get the money. That's the key thing. To start off, work wherever you can get the money. If you can't get them, if you're trying to only specifically get money from this plot spot or this spot, and those spots are like, hey, we don't really have any room for you, then the question is, what are you gonna do? Okay. So if you try to get with title companies and the title companies are like, okay, look, Paul, we love you and we love to have you, but we already got 5 notaries. Matter of fact, we only needed 3, but we got 2 extras in the backup. So we're sort of full and everything. So we can't really use you. It's not that we don't, excuse me, we don't want to use you. We just can't because we don't have no room for you. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is they're going to teach you, it has to be applicable to where you're at. Okay. It has to be. If it's not applicable where you're at, then it'll seem like the information is no good. However, the information on how to notarize your documents and be a good notary, that's applicable, period. How you run your business may not be applicable, but you notarizing the documents properly, that's applicable. And that's where you need to start. So I hope I answered your question. Now, for you, young lady, KB, or young fella, talking about you got to get out there. You so scared you're going to mess up. As I've said with many people, when you're talking about messing up, the question is this: what is it? You have to identify what you are afraid of messing up. What are you afraid of messing up? Got to hit that eggnog now. Yeah. Okay. So Paul's saying he needs to learn how to notarize the documents. That's where you start there. You start there, everything else will fall in line. All right, a bunch of house inspections popping in here now. Um, so yeah, so now for is this scared thing, okay? Y'all need to stop being scared because the first thing you need to do with everything, identify what you're scared of. Well, I'm gonna mess up. What is it that you're concerned? And I don't really like using the word scared. I don't want to use the word scared. What are you concerned or you have your attention on that you might mess up? That's the question. And you're like, okay, well, I might mess up on missing signatures. Okay, then the question is, how do you go about not missing signatures? By paying attention. Well, I might forget to notarize. Then don't forget to notarize. They got little stickers. I don't have them here, but my son uses them and he puts a sticker on there, a big yellow sticker says no, notarize. So you can find ways to not mess up. The question is, do you know what the heck you're doing? Because see, if you don't know what you're doing, that's where the problem comes in at. There's a difference in I'm a mess up because I forgot something, or I'm a mess up because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Which one is it? You get what I'm saying? So you can't just do this general, well, I'm scared I'm gonna mess up. Oh, no. Why would you mess up? If you're either going to mess up because you're the type of person that really doesn't pay attention to what you do, or you're the type of person that at this point in time, I don't know what I need to know. You got to identify it. So to everybody who's listening, stop saying you're scared. Use the word concern. I'm concerned that I might make a mistake. Then identify what that mistake is, and then put a plan in place to mitigate that, to eliminate making that mistake. Those steps there are things that you've done in your life. I'm afraid that I might hook up with some knucklehead guy or girl. How do you avoid that? That's that's what most people say. I'm scared or I'm concerned. I don't like using the word scared. I'm concerned that I might hook up with some crazy person. How do you avoid that? You identify what you deem as crazy, and when you see that, you put a plan in place. And a lot of ladies do that. Hey, girl, come with me. Okay, we're gonna go out together. That's why the ladies go out in groups because they don't want to be isolated to where little crazy dude got them all pinned up in a corner. Hey, what's up, girl? How you doing? Acting like Roman Rome in the house and all of that. So you put together a plan to avoid being in that situation and you're good. So that's what you have to do. Okay. That's what you have to do. Good morning, Akita. Good morning. Good morning. Says I got marketing letters to title escrow in the mail a few days ago. I'm drafting letters. Right. And I think, yeah, me and Shantae was doing that. Yeah, me and she was showing me the letters and her stuff was looking on point. And there's nothing wrong with that. You market and some of these people, look, you also got to remember this. Some of these companies, they're not prepared nor used to or expecting a pack of notaries to be hitting them up talking about, hey, I want to notarize documents for you. Out of nowhere, here you got 20,000 extra notaries nationwide minimum, and 300 of them are in this area, and all of a sudden 300 notaries are sending similar letters, similar whatever, saying, I want to be your preferred notary. I want to be your boo. Make me your boo notary so I can do all of your closing. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. And I know I'm just tripping right now. It's the eggnog, y'all. It's the eggnog right now. So, and you notice I ain't hit this apple fritter because this apple fritter is, I ain't gonna lie, this apple fritter is sketchy. It's sketchy. And I'm looking at it and it has a lot of cinnamon on it, but man, I don't see not one single apple. I mean, you can't have an apple fritter and don't. I mean, I know sometimes they dip it in apple juice and all that, but that ain't what you call an apple fritter. So this apple fritter ain't got no apples in it, and I don't know if I want that, going through my digestive system and everything. But I know y'all, I'm all over the place this morning. What's going on, party people? Now, again, for the YouTube people, the people on YouTube, and sorry, Twitter and Facebook, but for the people on YouTube, what I need you to do, if you're just getting in, I need you to type in the hashtag party people because I'm going to do a giveaway. All right, a giveaway of James Clear book, Atomic Habits. So I need y'all, and I'm testing this new feature that StreamYard has to show to do giveaways. So we're going to be trying that and everything. So let me share my screen so y'all can see the book that I'm talking about and everything. This book here, Atomic Habits by James Clear. So it's an excellent book. You will love it. If you're about trying to get some systems in place to get out of bad habits, this book is it. Okay. This is the book for you. All right. This book is it for you. Oh, let me do it that way. And everything. So type in hashtag party people. And when I do my the prize thing, it will. All right. I'm going to start doing it. I start collecting the comments now. All right. So let me share my screen and I'm going to let me move this. So I'm going to hit the button. So far, I got 26 entries. Let me go back. I'm gonna give y'all a few more seconds. I'm gonna give y'all a few more seconds to pop in there. Okay, we got 27. All right. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead on and hit this. I got other giveaways I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go on and hit my button, and it's gonna come up with the person's name. Let me get my pen. And where the heck? Oh man, what did I do with my notebook? Here it is. All right. Hit my button and we're gonna see who does it pick up. And it is boom, 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 boom. It's all automated. It does its thing itself. Oh, there it is, Christina. Look at her. She just rolled all up in here at the last minute. All right, Christina. Boom. She got the James Clear book. Now, if you already have that book, let me know. We'll get you a different book. All right. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Man, I like that thing. I like that. So, Christina, put my little note here. Atomic Habit. All right. Now I put the link in there. If anybody wants to hop in, got questions, and everything, hit the StreamYard link and hop on in and ask your questions. So today I'm doing a special live and giveaway because today marks 1 year. The second Friday of November marks a year that I've been full-time entrepreneur, full-time running my notary business. And I am so very happy. I'm just chilling today, got my grits, and I found some hickory smoked sea salt. And that hickory smoked sea salt is popping. So it was from an Amish place here and everything. So it's good. Grits a little cold now, but I don't mind cold grits. I'm from down south, y'all, so gotta have my grits and everything. So, oh man. So, and oh man, I gotta tell y'all something. I found out today that Dunkin' Donuts is no longer having apple fritters. They discontinued them. They discontinued apple fritters. I am devastated. I'm devastated, y'all. I truly am devastated that they ain't got no more apple fritters. No more apple fritters at Dunkin' Donuts. I went in there, had none. I asked them, I said, y'all sold out? They said they discontinued them. So they've been doing the apple fritters for like 40 years and they've gotten rid of them. So I got to figure out something to do with the Fritter Friday. Couple of subscribers, as well as my wife, had told me to make my own. So, and I feel like I don't have the time, but everybody keeps telling me I have the time. So you go ahead and unmute Paul. And can I unmute you? Can I unmute him? Up there we go. We got you unmuted. So what's going on, Paul? What you got for me, man?
Not much, man. I've been watching you for
Yeah, you.
almost a year now,
Let
and
me. My bad. That was on me. All right, go for it. What's going on, Paul? What you got for me,
I've been watching you for almost a year now, and I've had my stamp and all my electronics and everything. I've read a few books. I've studied some material. I'm just unsure of where I need to start in studying and
man?
how to properly notarize documents. And I don't want to waste a lot of money on these programs that are out there just grabbing people's money. That's the thing I'm scared about. I don't want to waste a lot of money on these programs that are out there just grabbing people's money.
Gotcha. Okay. And we can have more than one person in the stream, y'all. So if anybody else want to hop in, feel free to hop in. All right. So here's the deal. Okay. And we can have more than one person in the stream, y'all. So if anybody else want to hop in, feel free to hop in. All right. So here's the deal. Okay. And we can have more than one person in the stream, y'all. We got that echo on Paul. All right, I'm gonna pull you out the stream for a second, Paul, because there's an echo coming back from yours. I'm not kicking you out. I'm just taking you off the main screen for a second. All right, I'm gonna pull you out the stream for a second, Paul, because there's an echo coming back from yours. I'm not kicking you out. I'm just taking you off the main screen for a second. Oh, it might. Oh, it's not me. All right. Might have been me. That might have been an echo on my part. Okay. So, all right. Yeah. So, Paul, like I was saying before, Um, hold on for a second. Hold on one brief moment. Yeah, that might have been my echoing and stuff. Um, so let me share my screen real quick. So when you're on my channel, when you're looking at a video, you click on the name, it takes you to the home page, and then it takes you to playlists and everything. And it has all of my playlists up here, and everything. So there's a playlist. Okay, let me see where I can find it at. It's better. A lot of times I can find it. Let me hold up. I think I'm looking at the wrong screen. All right. Where the heck? Hold on one brief moment. Brief moment. Because this thing keeps reshuffling. Oh, here it is. All right. Now I found it. Okay, I was on the right screen. So, all right. So this is the playlist. It has all the different videos that are in there. Okay. Turn you off. So just go to the Notary Basic playlist and you will see all of the videos in there. You can start there. You can also go to, and I've done stuff on this before, go to National Notary Association and you do their Notary Essentials course. If you've already signed up with them, if you haven't signed up, I hope I spelled that right. Where the heck is that thing? So they got a new site. Notary signing agent training. Here it is. I did spell it right. I don't know. So you got Notary Essentials. You got um signing agent training about doing the loan docs. A lot of people out there talk smack about the NNA, and I don't understand why. I really don't. I don't understand why they talk so much smack about the NNA from the standpoint of, like, what they're doing and saying is trash. But they're teaching you what you need to know as a notary. And that's the key thing. You need to know what to do. Thank you, Jasmine. You just have to know, you got to start off there. Everybody's trying to hop over into the world of $10,000 a month. And now some of these notary trainers and other people are sort of backing off of that. Now they're talking about, well, you might not get a $200 signing, but I'm like, okay, but you were just saying I would, that's what I'm supposed to get. So first you saying I'm supposed to get that, now you're saying I might not. Which one is it? But I digress. So talks about learn about restrictions in your states, all of that. You got the Ron stuff here. I don't see where the problem is with the NNA. Now, if you're looking for the NNA to teach you how to market your business, how to go out here and get clients and all this, that, and the other, they may or may not teach that. I think they have some stuff in there for business things, but the whole point of them is to help you to become a notary. Because what good does it do you know being able to do all of that stuff for is marketing and giving bad apple fritters and all of that kind of stuff, and you can't notarize a single document? And I've been saying this the whole year that I've been on YouTube. My message hasn't changed. Okay. StreamYard is the platform that I'm using to stream live to YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So I got to switch over to Facebook real quick to see if anybody asks me any questions over there. So I'm gonna hook you, the people on Facebook. I'm gonna hook you up. Evangeline, Tori, I got you. I got you. I got you, and everything. So I don't know if anybody said anything on Twitter. People probably don't like me on Twitter. I don't do too much on Twitter, and everything. So I'm just sort of refreshing the page on Twitter to see if there's any. Ain't no comments, so ain't nobody watching me on Twitter. All right, but yeah. So I'm just trying to figure it. Yeah. So the NNA, there's nothing wrong with the NNA at all. I don't know why people talk bad about them. Every notary, I won't say every, a lot of notary trainers, and there's nothing wrong with them doing this, honestly. They want you to pay for the $70 course with the NNA, and then you buy their course, and then they teach you how to pass the NNA course. Okay, but at the same time, they're not teaching, a lot of them don't teach how to notarize proper notarizations. They all feel, and there's nothing wrong with them feeling this way, that you coming into this here business, coming to becoming a notary, you should know how to notarize. So, in and of itself, they're not wrong in what they're saying. But if you have the NNA that can teach proper notarizations, and you're saying don't take the Notary Essentials course, and they're just helping you to pass the tests from the signing agent perspective, but you have Virginia and other states that don't offer any training. I mean, come on now. It just makes common sense to take the NNA stuff. You go to the NNA and then you act like, nah, I don't want to mess with you, but you getting stuff from them. I mean, that's like somebody, yeah, I want, yeah, I don't really want to date you, but I need my light bill paid. Yeah, pay my light bill, but nah, 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 nah. It ain't like that, Fred. It ain't like that, Shaquanda. I ain't Stay over there. Just give me some money. Just hang out with me. For the fellas is, I ain't gonna be your man, but I come over, about 3 in the morning and knock on that door. You know what I'm saying? So you're not really fully committed to the person and everything, but you want something from them, but then you're talking smack about them. And that's what people are doing with the NNA. And I think that's wrong. Nobody can give me a justified reason as to why the NNA is jacked up. I'm just being real with you, because a lot of people talk that way, say the NNA is jacked up. I still say that look like Megan Good. I'm serious. I think it is, y'all. But um, but yeah, so I'm just, since I'm in Virginia and everything, you know what? Let me pick Oklahoma. My man's in Oklahoma. So let's see what my man got going on. So for Oklahoma, and maybe okay, so to be a no, okay, so to get the complete, do they offer the training? Oh, they don't change. Okay, Oklahoma got a bond, got that hotline subscription, the journal, got the E&O insurance, 4-year E&O insurance, and all of that. And I don't see the training. That's interesting. Unless Oklahoma has training, I don't know. Oklahoma might have training. Let me see something. Hmm, interesting. So they have adjusted. Oh, okay. NNA, my bad, y'all. Okay, notary. So NNA has adjusted their stuff. They have adjusted things. Okay, okay. I didn't know this. So let's just, okay. So let's just say, all right. I want to get to the point to see where they have any additional training, where the training at. Okay, so they have really modified their stuff. Okay, okay. I didn't know that, y'all. I'm serious. I did not know. Okay, okay, of course they push the journals and all of that stuff. So let me go back a step. Let me go back a step. Yeah, so I guess now you have to get that training separate. My bad, y'all. I'm serious. I didn't know that until now. But I still suggest that you get the NNA Notary Essentials. So yeah, so either way it goes, man, they change. I mean, I'm shocked, y'all. Forgive me for this pause here. I'm actually shocked. They really changed up stuff. on here because normally they had a package where you had the Notary Essentials training in there. So somebody done probably talked them out of having that, I guess. I don't know. I think they should have had that, or maybe they found a way um to maximize their stuff, for as getting the additional training and everything. So yeah, so they're talking about the Notary Essentials here. $59. And to me, that's a good investment to do. So they probably doing it a la carte now and everything. So I would still say to do it there, and everything. Training info. They got online training, they got the signing agent training, um, all of that. So I would just say do their training to start off with. And again, and I still stand by this. So notary trainers, don't get mad at me for my stance on this. Okay. Yeah, Notary Stars is very helpful. And Notary Stars is they call themselves a um continuing education. They're continuing education. They're not trying to get you certified. And see, there's a difference between being certified and being and getting a certificate of completion. Um there's a difference. There's a difference. So, certification is what you do, you know, um, is what you do either annually or every 2 years or something. A certificate of completion is that, hey, you completed something and bam. And that's what a lot of the training courses out there are. They really are certificates of completion, um, and everything. So yeah, they're certificate of completion. They're not really certifications where it's like an industry standard. The NNA is the industry standard and all of that. All right. So we don't have anything. Yeah. Okay. So just the state laws. The Notary Essentials, Paul, the playlist that I have out there called Notary Basics will be a good start for you. I'm not saying that you can't take or shouldn't take the other ones. What I am saying is this: you have to find out what their purpose is, what is their goal in educating you. And if the goal in what they're trying to educate you in versus the goal in what you feel and believe and know that you need to be educated does not match, then there's no need to spend money with them. When you get to a point that what they are training you in is now a part of what you need to learn, then spend money there. It's that simple. I mean, it's just I mean, it just makes sense. When you're a single man or a single woman, most of the time you have a sports car. When you get married, you might have a sedan. When you get cheering, you got a minivan or SUV. Then when your kids are grown in college, you hop down to a Cadillac. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You when you get what is applicable for you at that time, to get something that is not applicable for you makes no sense. So you get what you need that's applicable, period. Okay. So I'm gonna do another giveaway. Oops, where the heck is my thing? All right, I'm gonna do another giveaway, and this time we're gonna do a different word. Different word. Hashtag. Hashtag is going to be, and I'm gonna put that up in a second. I'm gonna throw it in the chat. I just put the thing there, and the hashtag eggnog. So everybody do hashtag eggnog. And what am I going to give away? What am I going to give away? So we got the book. I love doing the books. The books are the bomb. I'll be honest with y'all. The books, I love doing the book giveaways because that's what we need, y'all. We really need we need that solid education in the books. are very, very helpful. Oh, I know what I'm gonna give away. I know. Where is it? Where is it? I gotta hook my man up. I gotta what the heck? Oh, there it is. All right. What we're going to do, the next item we're going to give away, the next item we're giving away is from my man, the Integrity Journal. All right. So eggnog. So type in eggnog, and that's going to be the keyword. So I'm gonna give a copy of give the eggnog. I mean, not the eggnog. Ain't nobody getting my eggnog. The Integrity Journal. Now, for those of you in California, I don't know if the Integrity Journal is allowed because y'all got to do stuff and with the thumbprint, which it does. And in California, there's like I think each entry got to be done individually. So the Integrity Journal might not be for you. So if you're in California, um, I'll get you a different journal. Okay, I'll hook you up with a different journal and everything and stuff. Okay, some more work coming in. Hold on. All right. So, okay. I told y'all, yeah, this one signing got delayed. So hold on, and I got to check my schedule because it's wanting me to do it at 4 o'clock, and I think I have a signing at 4 already. And yeah, it's at 4:30. So I'm gonna have to tell them no and pass on this one. I'm gonna have to pass on this one. Hold on. Thanks for the update. I am booked starting at 4 p.m. So I am not available. All right. So I won't be able to do that signing. All right. So the Integrity Journal. Everybody hitting through in eggnog, hashtag eggnog, all one word. All right, all right, all right. So got that, my special offering. So start collecting the comments. All right, we got 29, 29, 29. We about to hit this button. Let's see who we got. If you're in California or a state that does not. Oh man, I put myself in there by accident. So if I win, we'll have to run it again. Oh, look at her. All right. All right. Stephanie Oliver. Okay. All right. All right. So got you. Journal. All right. Bam, bam, bam. All right. So we got another winner there. Another winner now. Okay. Look, the ladies winning. I ain't got look. My bad, fellas. My bad. My bad. Okay, my bad. But I also wanted to talk to y'all about something. Um a few little things too, and I really appreciate y'all in here with me. So now that the signing is gone, because that was at noon, I got time, y'all. Because my next one ain't till 4:30. Um, and I don't think I even have any house inspections today, do I? Well, yeah, I do. I do. So I do have to leave. I got one house inspection, and then I got a call to get one straight. So, oh man, one house inspection. Okay, cool. One house inspection due today. So, ooh. All right, let me go back. All right. So, um, information that people are telling you about how they run their business. This is very key. Very, very key. You have to be careful about what they're saying. And you need to ask them to verify, validate, and show receipts on it. I've been hearing people say a couple of things. And if you're on the channel I'm not trying to pick at you or come at you. I'm just saying what works here doesn't work there. That's one of the things that a lot of notaries have learned and found out sometimes the hard way, to be honest with you. It doesn't, what you're saying doesn't work everywhere. And people have different situations that have that they got going on, and different connections or whatever. Okay. And if you want to hop in the live stream, feel free. There's a link to hop in if you got any questions, because y'all know I be missing no questions and stuff when y'all be typing them and everything. So feel free to hop in. I try to swing back through and grab your questions and all of that. Yeah, Bill Soroka, Laura Brewer, excellent resources. CoachMeLaura.com is me hit y'all with this real quick. She got it going on. I'm telling you. Laura, she's gone out there and done the hard work of studying all 50 states and all of that. So she knows the different laws. And I actually did the one-on-one training for her for Virginia. Um, and I'm telling you, you need to do her her training and everything. So the notary one-on-one for newly commissioned notaries, all of that. She does a mock signing, sample doc walkthrough, all of that. Okay. So helping you understand the documents and all of that. She got the master class, state specific. It's worth the money. Okay. It is honestly worth the money. Okay. All right. Um, you know what? That's gonna be my next giveaway. Hold on. I'm looking at the change on my desk here. So I got some coins on my desk here. So yeah, I can afford that. No, just joking. But yeah, no, this is going to be the next giveaway. Her state specific document and certificate training 101. That's my next giveaway. And I'll tell you what the hashtag is going to be to enter into that. Okay. So somebody's going to win that today, and I will cash app you the money or pay her directly or whatever the case may be, whichever one. But somebody will win that and everything. That probably gonna be one of the fellas. That's gonna be one of the fellas. I ain't setting nothing up, y'all. Just all random. But a couple of things real quick. These are things that I've heard people say over the last year. And I guess I can talk about what I've learned over the last year too. And I appreciate y'all being in here with me. All right. Yeah. Darlene, yeah, she did it. So, Darlene, don't be hopping in here trying to get another one and everything, unless you want to hook somebody else up. I don't know. But things that I've heard notaries say, oh, you can double side print. You don't have to print on mixed pages. You can print all letter or all legal. You can email the documents. You can, what was one of them? You don't have to notarize in front of people. You can take the documents home later and notarize. These things, and then here's a kicker. I can't tell somebody they can't say those things, but my question is always this: did you ask the signing company? Did you ask the people that's paying you? Yeah, and you have to find out also about the electronic journal, whether or not your state allows that. And there's the I've heard, and I haven't researched it. I've heard that some signing companies or title companies do not like the electronic journal because they may not feel that they can get access to it if there's something that comes up. So you may want to find out whether or not your client that you're working with will accept you doing just an electronic journal. You need to find that out. And again, this is part of this thing of, okay, I'm doing this, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to find out whether or not it's allowed with the people who are from the people who are paying you. Okay. All of those statements I just said, people are saying them, I do this, I do that. I never print on mixed pages. I always print everything on letter. The question is this: did you ever ask the people who are paying you whether or not that's allowed, whether they support that? If you did, then cool. And now that, but even though Earl may have asked that and Earl may have been told to do that or that they could, it doesn't mean that it's okay for you to do it. You have to ask. You can't just take everybody's word, even mine, and say, okay, this is what I can do infinitum everywhere across every state with notary. You can't do that. You actually have to take time out and ask. Oh man, I meant to tell the people on Instagram. I know y'all say I'm always all over the place, y'all. Oh man, I meant to tell the people on Instagram. They be getting on me because I don't be including them and everything. So I'm gonna do a I know her. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all be like Grip be all over the place. And I'm still trying to figure out this gram thing here. I'm still trying to figure out this gram. I guess. Oh, nope. Okay, I guess I got to do a reel. All right. Hey, what's going on, party people? This your man Griff. I'm over on YouTube right now, live doing a live Fritter Friday. I forgot to tell y'all on the gram, but I'm on YouTube doing a live right now. Peace. Oh man, I completely forgot to tell them. My bad, people. So, all right, there we go. So I just hit them up. Yeah. So the bottom line is simply this: you people going to say whatever they want to say, and I am not out here trying to stop people from saying what they're saying. I'm not out here to try to stop people from getting over them. You can't. But what you can do is think for yourself and say, okay, let me validate this. Let me validate what they're saying. So you're saying that you can print on all letter and never have to print mixed pages, even if the instruction says print letter and legal. Okay, how did you get that done? And what companies are allowing you to do that? Because the companies that I'm dealing with are saying I have to do dot dot dot. Okay. The companies are telling me I have to do it this way. So you're telling me you have the freedom and just and or we as notaries can just stop and just say, I ain't doing it. I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. Whether you like it or not, I am boom. I don't understand how you can just say that that's standard for everybody. Right? Trust but validate. So you got to take time out, and we want to just believe people, and we know a lot of people don't really believe me because they question me all the time, but then they listen to folk that's saying stuff and they don't question them. You can't just believe everybody and what everybody is saying. You have to take time out and actually make sure that what they're saying applies. Just like somebody, and I talked about this before, somebody said that all you got to do is fill out the US Patriot Act, and if the signing gets canceled while you're there, you'll still get paid the full fee. Excuse me? That don't make sense. Okay, maybe for your client they told you that, but is that the same for my client? My client told me to do such and such, and I'm bringing all of that up because I had got an email today um, from the company that I just had to cancel the loan on and everything. I got an email from them, and I'm going to what the heck is it? So here's what they said. It said, here are a few quick reminders before your signing. The customer needs to initial all pages that require initials. That's what they said. That is what they said. The customer needs to, I wish I could, I don't want to show the company because I don't, because people, you try to be nice and try to show people stuff, and then they'll go to the company. Yeah, Griff talking smack about you. But it says the customer needs to initial all pages that require initials. So here you are, and somebody's sitting up here saying you need to initial every single thing. Have them initial every single thing every single time. Well, if that's the case, then they might as well sign every page. If they're going to initial every single page, then why not just have them sign every page, whether there's a signature line on it or not? Why not? No, that don't make sense to have them sign every page because there's no signature line. But then you're having everybody sign initial every single page, even though there's no initial line. Where's the common sense in that, people? That doesn't make sense at all. But this is what we're doing. We're having people to do these things, or people are telling us to do these things, and it doesn't make sense. So what I'm saying is, if you have it set up that you can do whatever you want, you can act any kind of way you want with the signing, this, that, and the other, you may want to keep that to yourself, because if it's not something that is standard across the board, you could get a lot of notaries in trouble. And I know a lot of notaries have gotten in trouble because somebody said, well, I upcharge if they ask me to print more than this many pages, then I make them pay me. Okay, but that's in your area where you're living at next door to you. It may not be everywhere, because the signing companies that I've talked to, they don't like that. They don't like that at all. They bounce people. They like, you're going to be what is it, blacklisted. They blacklist you. So you can't just go around trusting and believing every single thing that everybody says, and all of that. So that's one of the things that I most definitely really wanted to share with y'all, and remind y'all. Where the heck is it? I keep trying to find stuff on my channel. It's my channel, and then I can't find anything. All right. Let me see if I can get this to come up fully. All right. So I want to also show y'all this. So this Saturday, tomorrow, for the members, this is for the members, members only, Q&A, because this is part of the stuff that I said I do for the members, have question and answers, so they can, talk to different people out there and ask them questions specifically concerning what they're doing in the notary world. He was on with everybody a couple of weeks ago. We did a live with him, and y'all came in and asked questions, and then some of the members said, hey, they want to talk to him a little bit more. So if if you're not a member, you can click the join button, just pay the $3.99. It's good for 1 month, and then you can cancel after that. Okay. This is not a money grab that I'm doing, but I figured I'd share this with y'all. We've been having this plan, as you see, it says 8 days ago when we announced this. So Gary Pierre Lewis is coming on talking about signing service secrets revealed in a little more detail, asking specific questions. And one of the questions is going to be, and that I have, is what are signing services looking for? That's the main thing, the behavior from notaries, all of that. So he's going to be answering all of those questions and stuff. It's noon tomorrow Eastern time. Going to be using the StreamYard. People will be able to hop in and all of that. So I think if you're on the channel, you'll see the join button. You click the join button and you can join in, and be a member. And I will say just, all right, that is, okay, that's that order that I had to cancel and everything. So now I know, and now look, as much as y'all be calling me, as much as y'all be calling me, I know somebody wants to hop on and talk to the party people, show their apple fritter. I'm getting squig 2 on the eggnog. Mm, that's some darn good eggnog. Man, that's some good eggnog. And I ain't gonna lie to you, once I started drinking that eggnog, that'd be adding some weight on me. Hop on the stream so we can, because the reason why I like for y'all to come on, so that way I don't because sometimes I might misconstrue the context in which you're asking your question. And I really want to make sure I understand your question wholeheartedly. Oh, Vanetta. Okay.
Hey.
So let me see if I can get this to work this time. I want to make sure I understand your question wholeheartedly. Oh, Vanetta.
I hear you. You hear me?
Yes.
Hey, I just happened to pop on and I'm like, oh, we got a live going. Okay. I'm playing hooky from that W2 today.
Mm-hmm. Hold on one second.
All right.
Yes. All right. There we go. Go for it. What you got?
No, I just popped on and I saw you on, so I'm like, okay, well, let me see what knowledge I can pick up right now. But I wanted to tell you, I'm getting a lot of jobs, and I'm really beginning to kind of, I guess, get my feet wet out here. And I did see something in the chat about multiple times he was answering somebody, but I've noticed in my area, whenever a job pops up, the tip you gave me the last time we chatted about, if you're not available at that time, put in a time you are available. That has been working in my favor a lot, because I live in northern Georgia and it's getting dark, and a lot of times people don't want to come in their house, late. So I'll say something like, I'm available at 5 p.m. or anytime on the weekend. And I've gotten a lot of weekend work lately. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. I like that tip you gave the last live. I think we were on. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Uh-huh. So we doing and now I signed up, now I don't see anybody else.
You said you signed up?
No, when I signed on, there were a lot of people in the chat, and now I don't see anybody.
No, there's people. It's 49 folk up in here.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's me and my limited computer skills here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I think I figured out where my echo was coming from. So I got it fixed. It was something that I had on, I think my Twitter or the Facebook was echoing in my ear at the same time and all of that. But okay. On the brand of eggnog, it's by a company called Homestead Creamery. They have it around here. I would say they probably nationwide, but Homestead Creamery, and that stuff is the bomb. It's good. So have you came into any kind of difficulties or anything that you've been trying to figure out?
No. No, it's been a learning experience. I've done a lot of, so far, reverse mortgages and applications. I've had here, we're an attorney state, so I get called a lot lately as a witness as well. But most of my actual notary work has been reverse mortgages and refinance. I did one or two of those.
Okay. Yeah. And one of the pieces of advice that I can give everybody is simply this: take the orders, figure out what to do later. Because a lot of notaries will, they will call me, they will get a notification, and before even taking the order, they will call me and say, hey, I want to talk to you about this order that came in, and I want to try to figure out what it's all about. figure that out later.
Yeah.
Take the
And
order and
and
figure it out
then
later, because
right.
if you stick with what we're there to do, which is notarize documents, and
Mm-hmm.
you're comfortable with that, that's really all you need to concern yourself with. And a lot of notaries have missed out. And again, the initials TBD,
Mm-hmm.
TBD, to be determined, meaning you and the signer figure out when y'all going to
When
do.
we're gonna meet. Yeah, the other thing, Griff, is that I noticed that three companies, I guess I'm doing, well, I'm not guessing, I'm doing really good work. I'm going to pat myself on the back because
Mhm.
I'm getting most of my work from the same three companies over and over. And I've even had attorneys, I've been working with two attorneys on these. They will call and say, well, uh, my client wants to meet this time, but when can you meet? And I'm like, I'm after work. And I don't want to say I'm their preferred notary because I'm not asking for that, but I guess the work I've done for them speaks for itself. So they're now calling me ahead of time before they schedule. So
Right.
it's working. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And that's it. I mean, I want everybody to understand this clearly. And even to you people who are my naysayers, okay, I want you to understand something clearly. I am out here trying to help notaries be prepared to make money,
Right.
because my bottom line is simply this: it's with anything educational. If you spent money or got it for free, any kind of education, and at the end of that level of education or that time period of being educated in whatever, if you do not feel confident and comfortable going out there and executing it so you can make the money, there's a problem.
Right.
That's just bottom line.
Right.
I know a lot of people, a lot of the senior notaries say, well, being a new notary, don't take last minute signings because it can be very stressful. They are not lying. It can be.
You can be.
However, we cannot control when signings come in. So if you can't control when a signing comes in, then how can you sit here and say, well, I'm only going to just take signings that I get 2 to 3 day notice?
Hmm.
Because if you're trying to make money and somebody comes, I mean, just like somebody called me yesterday, I was on a house inspection. They called me and said, hey, we got to sign it. I hope it's legit. Because sometimes you get these crank calls and
Hmm.
they're like, yeah, we got this signing, dot, dot, dot. And the guy was like, are you available? And I'm like, yeah, I'm available. And I said, yeah, I can do it. So I'm waiting to hear back from them. But
Right.
you got to be prepared and ready. If you have your paper, you have your printer, you have your toner, you have your replacement drums, you got your pens and all of that kind of stuff, and you know how to notarize.
Hmm.
How can you not be ready to do a signing?
Right.
Again, here, Christine, how can you not be ready to notarize when an opportunity comes? That's the
Well,
part I have.
I know. I guess the notarizing part doesn't bother. I've been a notary for about 8 years, so it was just getting acclimated to this whole loan signing thing, and listening to you and just those tips on how you go about it has helped me out a lot because I've been fortunate. I usually I did get a job the other day and I had to take a witness, and luckily for me, I do have two adult children who are available depending on their work shifts, and I grabbed one and said, "Let's go, do this." But the thing is, while she drove, I'm going through the paperwork and familiarizing myself
Hmm.
with the paperwork. Because the notary part, I think I can handle that. I'm notarizing, but this particular job, it was a refinance, and one mate didn't tell the other what was going on. It sent me to the one who didn't know what was going on's job.
Hmm.
And so I arrived and I introduced myself. I said, "Well, I'm the notary. I'm here to meet with you and your husband." And she said, "What are you talking about?" And so I immediately called the agent, and the agent was kind of thrown aback as well because she was like, "Whoa, he didn't talk to his wife." I said, "That's not what she said." So we worked it out that way, and I ended up rescheduling and going back the next day,
Hmm.
and I was fine with that. But that job came in literally an hour before the appointment, and so I had to grab a witness and go. And sometimes you just have to think on your feet. But I just felt comfortable doing it because I do know how to notarize. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I just had to say, okay, while you driving, I'm gonna go through these papers, see what I'm doing, and that worked out well. And so that was my initial nervousness about the quickness of how they come in. You know, now I'm beginning to get a day's notice or at least 4 hours ahead of time, which gives me a little more leeway in getting comfortable with it. But getting over that fear of getting paperwork an hour before, you just have to breathe through it and
Mm-hmm.
think about what you have been seeing in these videos. I'm telling you, you really have helped me out a lot. Just listening and watching the videos, listening to what
Thank
other
you.
people are asking. I really appreciate it.
What you got, Christina?
What's up, Unc?
Doing good.
Finally on the StreamYard.
Yeah.
So I got my commission in June, and I had kind of a weird situation happen to me about a week ago. Maybe Caprentis can help me with this, my NorCal buddy. But so I got a called and reached out by a signing service that I haven't really heard of. I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
You can say, I mean, that's up to you. You can say.
They're called Best Notary. I don't know if anyone's heard of them. The Best Notary. I got a call out of the blue asking me to verify an I-9 for
Okay.
somebody,
Mhm.
and I don't know, it just didn't sit right with me. And I don't know. I know that you have to be an immigration consultant or an attorney here in California to be able to do those. But they kind of were pushing back, saying, no, it's okay. You're not notarizing anything.
Correct.
So technically it's not a notarial act. So you should be good. It's almost like the Patriot Act that you're filling out. But I was like, the fact, it kind of freaked me out. I proceeded with the appointment, confirmed that I was available. But that night, man, it was a long night. It just didn't sit right with me. I was, I don't want to get my commission revoked. I don't know if
Right.
Caprentis has experienced any of that, but they were trying to sell me on it. They were like, hey, if you do this, you'll become our preferred notary and all that. And I'm like, oh, that sounds too good to be true. Like I'll do it. But then, I emailed them probably 4 hours before the appointment, just saying, you know what, I'm not licensed or I'm not insured or bonded to fill out immigration paperwork. In the state of California, you have to be, like I said, a consultant, get specific training and a bond for that, or an attorney.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to see if any of you newer notaries have experienced anything like that. I know you have told us to be careful. You got to know your state laws. People are
Right.
going to try to take advantage of you and get you to do something because they see that E&O insurance.
Right. Yeah, and just real quick, everybody, the next giveaway is going to be Laura Brewer's her one-on-one. Type in hashtag notary stamp so you can be entered in for that. The I-9 is just really an employment. It shouldn't, I don't think it's considered an immigration piece of paperwork. It's just immigrants who are here, they have to do that in order to show that, validate that who they are. So I may, and if I'm wrong in saying that it's not immigration, then I apologize because I haven't looked into it as to whether it's an immigration or not. But they use notaries because they consider us trusted, that we're trusted people. Normally what I try to do is, if I can, I will ask the company to send me an email saying that they would like for me to do this on their behalf. So
Okay.
company so-and-so, send me an email, or I would ask the person, because sometimes they'll say, well, they told me to just find a notary. If that's the case, then I'm like, all right, I could probably work with that. But I prefer like, okay, company so-and-so, can you send me an email saying that you would like me to do this on your behalf? That way I have some kind of documentation to prove that, hey, I'm doing this because they asked me to, not because the employee, the potential employee, was trying to bypass and sneak around and do something and he really didn't have permission from them. So I want to make sure everybody's on tap with that. All you're doing is you got column A, B, and C. They got to have something from column A, and then or column B or C, if I'm not mistaken. And see, this is why it's important for notaries when things aren't going, when you're not doing a whole lot, to do your research and to find out, because at the same time, some companies will be like, okay, well, you don't seem like you know what you're doing. And they get, and it's not, and technically you don't, but you may not have realized that you needed to look into that. And you're like, okay, well, and it's sometimes it catches you off guard. And I knew I could do I-9s, but the first time one happened to me, it completely caught me off guard. They contacted me FedEx because the guy was from India. He went to FedEx thinking that he could get it done there, and they was like, nah. And they had my card, and they called me, and I just charged the guy $20. I don't charge a whole lot. I know there's some notaries, they're constant. You know, if you ask them to look at a piece of paper, it's $500. I just charged the guy $20 to do it. It only took me maybe 10 minutes and I was out and everything. So from my understanding, we can do them. But it doesn't.
So I did check on the NNA website because I am a member, and they kind of said the same thing. It was, you know, I guess it was up to interpretation.
Right.
But it said if you're not an attorney or a, you know, immigration consultant in California, then you can't do that. But for me, I don't know. It seems pretty clear. The form starts with an I. I is for immigration. And I just wanted to, you know if any other of the Cali notaries were comfortable with doing that. I had a Zoom interview and everything with this company, the signing service, and it went great. And but afterwards, I asked them multiple times, "Is it okay? Is it okay?" They're like, "Yes, we just need you to act as a trusted agent."
Correct.
But then on the NNA website, when I go to the California laws, it says you have to be, bonded and insured for that.
Right, and that's where it goes by your state law. Yeah, whatever your state law says, then you roll with that. And that's the thing, and that's why I keep sharing over and over, and even I'm teaching my son, that every state is different, every situation is/can be different. That's why even with loan doc overviews, you have to be careful with them, because notaries, there's so many people, they just want to memorize. They're not trying to learn. Like somebody asked me a question about the POA, about what goes before the word witness in the POA. Now, I could give them the answer. This is what the answer is. But did you learn? You just got information, because as the notary, we have to be at a position of, let me look at what the notarial statement is asking and give it what it's asking. It says this, and he got these blanks here. Well, what will go in these blanks? And use deductive reasoning and logic, which I know all of us, if you have that in you. So you're like, okay, it's asking me on this date before me, this, that, and the other, ... appeared blank, this, that, and the other blank. And then you say, okay, well, first of all, your name, the only time your name goes on in that notarial statement is if it says before me blank, and it's talking about you, the notary. If it has a date there, it says before me blank 2021, but no, that's not your name there. It's before me on such and such date 2021. But if it says before me blank a notary public, well, your name goes there. Before me blank on such and such date, well, that's you. You see what I'm saying? You go there. Outside of that, somebody else's name goes in all those other spots. So I sort of just gave her the answer. Somebody else's name goes in those other spots.
Right.
And a lot of notaries are constantly thinking, I need to put my name every single spot. And if you read it, it's no different than what we did in English. When you did your English class and they said fill in the blanks with these words, so you would read something, they would teach you something, and then you have to figure out what's a noun, pronoun, adjective, all of that. And then you're like, okay, what's the noun or the pronoun that goes here? Is it he, she, we, them, all of that. It's the same thing. Now, granted, if you were like me who played around in English, it could be a struggle sometimes. And I admit in the beginning, it was a struggle. But then I went and researched it to find out, okay, what the heck does this mean? And then I started figuring out, okay, well, let me read this and figure out what would go there. And I'm like, oh, okay, this makes sense. So you read it to where it's like, okay, this makes sense. It doesn't make sense for my name to go in certain spots.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. So the reason why it didn't sit well with me, even as I was looking over a basic I-9, was because similar to the Patriot Act, it's going to ask you to put your name and your title. But according to my California primer and on the NNA website, it says it's illegal for you to put your title or your seal on it.
Right, and then you just put company representative and all of that, and that's why I say I would like to get a letter from them, an email or something, them saying that we would like for you to be the representative for this I-9.
Okay, so that
So
makes sense to me.
you know what I'm saying? That's why I asked that.
Okay, thank you so much.
No
I had
problem.
to sneak away. I am on my W-2 though. I can't miss Fritter Friday. I don't have the babies crying in the background, so I wanted to take the opportunity to jump on.
Gotcha. Hold on one second, man. Hey, Griffin Notary. Yes. They told me that it got pushed to 4:00. Right, and I won't be coming because I have appointments during that time, so they're going to get another notary to come out and take care of you. Okay, sound good. Yeah, I didn't call because I thought they actually had reached out to you. All right, ma'am. All right. Yep, that was the 12:00. No one told her, and see, sometimes that could be a little iffy because I've dealt with and who was that? Nicole Lockhart. The new word is notary stamp. Hashtag notary stamp for the next drawing. I've been in situations where the order got canceled, and then I said, well, I'm gonna just call the customer and let them know. And then the signing company got mad at me for doing it. And then there have been times where I don't call them, and then the signing company, why you didn't call them? And then in this case, we've been talking back and forth, and everybody's telling me it's canceled, moved to 4:00, but nobody told her. so it gets real. Sometimes that can be stressful because you don't want to overstep your bounds, but then there's nothing that says don't call them and all of that. So you want to be a good, give good customer service. So I'm like, okay, well, if this is the case, it seemed like everybody knows. So they told her, and here it is at 11:02. She's calling like, hey, I just wanted you to know I hadn't heard anything. And when you coming out here, and I'm like, well, yeah, they told me it got pushed to 4. And she's like, well, nobody told me. So it can get a little nerve for me. Now, other people, y'all that might not bother y'all. Y'all might be a little stronger than me on that. And stuff.
I always wonder about that too, because I like to do what's right and have clear communication. That's what a lot of these services, signing services, are looking for. So yeah, just I guess depends on who the signing service is.
So Caprina said he's driving. He said he's never done an I-9 and would have done the same thing.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Caprinas. Appreciate it.
Now, so overall, you've been doing good with the business?
I have. I'm only at like 11 signings total in Snapdocs, but also I am a mom of very young kids. My husband works and he has his own business in CNG, but so this is kind of, I'd like to do more and more. I just try to get do as many as I can. I'm always saying available, trying to make it work. But I just your loan docs overview really helped me with that. making sure that the docs were prepared. In the beginning, I would have maybe like an hour, 30 minutes to print and prepare those documents. So it was a little nerve-wracking. But I think after I got about 8 signings of Snapdocs, they started giving me ones for a couple days in advance.
Correct.
And so that's it. It helps a lot, being able to prepare and thoroughly look through everything and make sure, you got your little stickers on it. So yeah, I've been doing quite well with those. I've only done refinances and home equity lines of credit over here. And I was thinking about getting my immigration consultant certification through NNA, but I think I'm going to wait a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you see, the thing is, you do what's best for you when you can do it and add it in. I'm also of the mindset of if it's easy enough for me to go ahead on and get done, and then I just sit on it until I'm ready to implement it, then I will. If I can't get it done, like let's say if it's going to be something that's going to be real, somewhat time consuming with your family lifestyle, then yeah, you may have to wait on it. You may have to wait on it. And this is another thing. People get all caught up in, like everybody saying, be an apostille, be a government notary, be a this, be a that. Like, okay, well, apostille is going to still be there. Right. Government notary stuff go. Some of these things that you're telling me to do is going to be there. Field inspections is still going to be there. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to add in something that I don't think that I can actually do at the moment, especially if it's something that requires me to be actively involved in it. And then people are contacting me and I constantly got to keep telling them no because I really can't do it. So then I'm gonna have to back off of doing that, So just like people, you can get Ron certified, you can get, approved, but for Ron in your state, I don't think y'all can in California. Y'all not there yet. But let's say you can go ahead on and get some of the training, some basic training on Ron University, good spot to go, so you can get a better understanding. So there's nothing wrong with doing that, getting the understanding. So then when California says let's go, you're in a better mental state for it, because there's a lot of notaries out there that's like, and I understand because you may not have the money, but if you have the money and you have somewhat of the time, it doesn't hurt to go ahead on and get educated in it now so that you can go and say, when the times come, you go for it. Again, I use this example all the time. It's a biblical example. I'm not trying to be spiritual or preachy here, but it's the parable of the 10 virgins. You had the 5 wise virgins, you had the 5 foolish virgins. The 5 wise ones went and got the oil for their lamp because the bridegroom was coming to get them. The 5 foolish virgins played around and didn't. And when the bridegroom came in the middle of the night, they were like, the 5 foolish was like, yo, let me get some of yours so we can all go. But the wise ones was like, if we give you any of ours, ain't nobody gonna make the full trip, because what we have is required for the full trip. So giving you any of what we have puts all of us at jeopardy of not making it. So you're on your own. I take that same attitude toward business. If I can get prepared for something, I'm going to go ahead on and get prepared. If I can help somebody without diminishing my preparedness, then I will. But if me helping you is going to diminish me, nah. Matter of fact, you can go ahead on and take the training. You can go ahead on and do it yourself. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people, and then you say, well, why don't you pay for it for them? Well, if they're not even willing to invest in their own self, because sometimes people are like, I just don't want to spend the money because they don't believe in it. They're like, well, I don't know if this is going to work out. So if you don't believe that it's going to work out, then just leave it alone. Don't try to get involved in something that you don't trust or believe in, and then you get upset. So that's why I use that example. You have to do what you feel is necessary for your business after you've done the research. And the thing is, with social media now, that everybody think they got to tell everybody what they're doing, and you don't. You can go get all of your Ron stuff. You can get this and learn that, and turn around and do what? Be ready to go. So when California says go, you're ready, because now you don't have to go back and get educated on it. And lastly, a lot of people, what I've learned for some people, when you're under the gun, when you're stressed, you really can't learn. It's hard for some people to learn when they are stressed. So if all of a sudden, let's just say the scenario, interest rates goes up and things start shifting to more online, or COVID pops up. Not talking about COVID, you two, so please don't ban me. The pandemic reemerges to a point where shutdowns has to happen, but you got all of these closings that need to be done and they need notaries to do them. That ain't the time for you to be trying to figure it out. They start
Right.
coming to you, and they're like, "Hey, are you an e-notary?" Well, I mean, yeah, I'm approved by the state, but I don't really know what I'm doing. I ain't even tried it yet. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
get in there and figure it out ahead of time. Find people that can help you and move forward. So I'm even getting ready to. I know the Ron University is a good spot, and then I'm going to be getting with my wife, and me and her are going to do a Ron session through Doc Verify where I can record it. Where she's going to be the signer, I'm gonna be the notary, and I'm gonna show everybody step by step how I go about doing it, so that they can see from a Doc Verify perspective and everything. And I'm also try to set it up to where she can record her side, I can record my side, and then everybody can see both and everything. But yeah, it's just about being prepared for what you need to do in your business. But I'm happy for you.
Awesome. Thanks, Unc. And also thank you for that giveaway. I appreciate it. I
No
have
problem, no problem.
I have the Audible, man. As soon as you started recommending books to the members, I went and jumped on. I have an Audible membership, so I had a couple credits stacked up, and I went and got. Man, my mindset has been just changing my life. Also, Atomic Habits, but
Yeah,
I'll be looking forward to getting that that hard copy book.
yeah. I love the hard copy too.
All right. Well, I hope you have a great Friday, Unc.
All right,
And
you
you
too
too,
now.
party people. I'm gonna chat. I'm gonna hop back on YouTube, but I gotta get back to my desk.
Yes, ma'am.
All
All
right.
right, now
Bye.
have a good one, lady. All right. So good morning. Can you advise on how to get orders on Snapdocs? As I've always said, the best way to get orders on any of them, have your profile set up. Have your profile straight, all verified through them, and communicate in your profile that you understand how to do loan closings, that you know what you're doing, that you know how to do it. And if you can communicate that in your profile, that opens the door. That is what opens the door, period, for you. So you got to be able to communicate that. There's a video that I have out there called oh, you got to do um the private chat, the notary stamp. Um Yeah, so there's a video called Your Profile Will Separate You from Them. I really need to redo it and add some more stuff in there. But basically, and then there's some videos I got out there talking about things have changed for notaries on how they get in orders. So look at those videos. But basically, Cassandra, all you're doing is communicating to them that you understand what you need to do as a notary. You know how to do the closing. You know what a non-borrowing spouse is. You know not to double side print or email documents. Um, you know that scan backs may be required. Now I would say you also need to let them know that you don't upcharge, you don't add additional fees for printing documents, unjustified fees and all of that kind of stuff for printing documents. You're not sitting up there charging extra for because of time changes. People are now charging, let's say you got an order for 10 o'clock and then it gets shifted to 12. Well, oh, I got to charge another $100. That kind of stuff, you could just put it and say, I don't unjustifiably upcharge, the agreed upon fee. I don't change the fee price at the last minute. Something to that effect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the giveaway, and the giveaway is going to be Laura Brewer's for a sec. Laura Brewer's state specific doc and training. And she doesn't know I'm doing this, y'all. Okay, she don't know. I just decided to do that when I was showing y'all her site. So go to coachmelord.com and boom. So I gave away the journal, the Atomic Habits, and next is going to be that. And we're going to do that now. We're going to do the state specific training with her. And let's see here. What did I say? I said notary stamp. So start collecting entries. So 29 people have entered. So let's get that down. Boom. Oh, banner, my banner, my banner, my banner. All right. So we're going to hit the button and see who pops up as the winner. Some of everybody up in here. Now, if it's not a fella this time, I don't know what to say. Oh, snap. My bad, fellas. I don't know. Y'all outnumbered. The women, the ladies are outnumbering y'all. All right, Akita. Akita. I don't know if you've taken that course before, or not. But Akita, she got it. Look at her. She done rolled up in here. She done rolled up in here. Congratulations, lady. Congratulations. And like I was saying, also, y'all, I'm doing the members only. So if you want to be a member, feel free. Do the $3.99. It's good for 1 month. And then you can cancel. Oh, you have not. Okay. You're going to enjoy it. She is excellent. She's excellent. Now, and all of that. Will you get the next one? What's the next one, Violet? This is all random. I can't say that. I can't say. All right. So, okay, let me do this here. Let me try this here. So, we're going to do this here. Now, this is for people who are not members of the YouTube membership, okay? And again, people, this is for folk that's on YouTube, the Facebook folk. I'm a figure something out for y'all. I'm gonna figure something out for y'all and hook y'all up and everything. So let me go to my Facebook because I know somebody probably doing the hashtag on the Facebook side and everything. So I will. Now, Larry, my man, Larry Holiday, he know I got him. I'm gonna hook him up. I'm gonna hook him up with something. That's my boy there. That's Bob the Builder. That dude can build anything that needs to be built. But Penny Tory, we got you taken care of, and we gonna, I got to hook my man Larry up and everything. My man been doing some serious fishing lately and been sending me all the pictures. I've been too busy to reply back, Larry, so my bad, and all that and stuff. All right. So what I'm gonna do this time for the giveaway, what I'm gonna do this time is, all right. Anybody who is not a member, what I want you to do is type in, hold up, because I can't type it in, because if I type it in, then it puts me on there. What the heck am I thinking? Oh man. Oh, here it is. Nope. If you're not a member, if you are not a member, what I want you to do is, if you're not a member already, okay, I want you to type in hashtag member, and I will pay and I will reimburse you for the first month of your membership on the YouTube channel, the $3.99. Just do the $3.99 one and everything. And I will reimburse you. Now, if you want to do the $14.91, either one, okay, it don't matter. Either one. Okay. So if you are not a member on the YouTube channel, don't have a membership, just type in member and we will roll. Now, if you are a member, don't do it. Don't do it, because then you get all tied in there with them. Okay. All right. If you are not a member, all right, I'm gonna let this roll for a few minutes. If you are not a member, so let me do this here. Let me take that off and do that. All right. On YouTube to members. Hey, hashtag member. Okay. If you are not a member, on the YouTube channel with the YouTube with let me go back so y'all can see what I'm talking about and everything. Scuba da da. All right. So let me show y'all. Okay, that's on. If you are not a member, this is the member. You click the join button. You see over here in the corner, you click the join button and you either one. Okay. Either one. So if you are not a member, if you are not, you meaning you are currently right now not a member. Okay. That's what I need you to, type in member and you will get reimbursed. Now I already know somebody who is a member going to do, and remember, I can go back and check and see who's who. So I can check to see, and it tells me when people join. So don't sit up here and you've been a member for 2-3 months, and then you're like, yeah, I'm a new member. Come on now, and all that. All right. So if anybody got any questions, feel free to hop in the live stream, ask your questions, things of that nature. So if you're a non-member, type in hashtag member and everything and all that good stuff. So let me see here. All right, so we got 16. So I'm gonna go ahead on and roll this here. I'm gonna go on and roll this, and we're gonna see who pops up to get a month free membership. Okay, okay. All right, all right. Gotcha, lady. All right. Mm-hmm. Free membership. All right, all right. I got it all written down. So you ain't got to worry about me forgetting or anything. So once you sign up, you go ahead on and do your thing and I got you covered. And then I'll hit you back up with via Cash App and all of that. So I know people got questions. I know I've probably been missing folks' questions in the chat, so y'all know I'm bad with that. So that's why. But somebody asked a question earlier about tax stuff, and I cannot find it. Oh man, you asked a question about taxes, and I cannot find it. Oh man, because I was going to talk about that. My main thing about when it comes to taxes and stuff, I think that's what they asked. Okay, so you said I saw a news clipping about IRS rules changes for businesses using Cash App. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know anything about that at all. Didn't know anything about that. All right, I'm a new notary, just received my license. What's the best format? Either or, whichever one fits in your schedule, your lifestyle, either one. Either one, to be honest with you. Either one. It doesn't matter. Either one. Um, yeah, it could be either one. I cannot find that. All right. And then what are you researching, Jacqueline? What are you researching? So, all right. So just checking. Okay, that's in Newport News. That is another house inspection. Yeah, the house inspection during the wintertime gets a little sketchy because the daylight be shutting down on you so quick now and all of that and stuff. All right, so all right, yeah. Okay, so okay, nobody got any questions? Come on now. And whoever had that, yeah, I have to look that up then. I will have to look that up about the Cash App, um, the Cash App thing. I don't know. I know some people, well, the thing is, people are using if my wife knows more about it because it's dealing with the what is that? The hairstylist. A lot of the hairstylists, they actually will just get all of their payments. Um, I'll answer that in a second. They're no there's they do all of their money through Cash App, and the government has no way of tracking it. That's really what the problem is. They have no way of tracking the money in Cash App because it's not going in a bank, and you can just send it back and forth, and then you throw it on your and I got one once right here, on your Cash App card, and you can buy every whatever you want. So they don't have, I guess, a clear way of keeping track of it. So they're trying to find a way to keep track of all of this money, sliding back and forth to the left, to the right, and everything, um, and all of that. So if y'all on Facebook, I don't have my Facebook. Oh no, do I have it? Yeah, I got it up. All right. So Facebook people, yeah, y'all can see me. I can see y'all, and everything. But I also want to go back, and anybody here from the gram, appreciate y'all coming in. Um, I wanted to also talk about a little bit more. You got to follow the instructions that you've been given from the signing company. Again, anybody can say anything about the way they do signings. People are telling you that in order to do the right to cancel, you have to do it this certain way, and there's a federal law about it. I've yet to see anybody show me what that federal law is. People are telling me that, and when you do a signing, it costs $40 in your expense to do a signing is $40. But nobody has showed me the numbers. Show me your numbers that you have spent $40 to do one signing. Get what I'm saying? Case in point, I had a signing the other day, and yesterday was just one. It was one document, one signature from her, witnesses, and me notarizing it. So 2 pages, one page that needed to be notarized. I got $65. You mean to tell me my expense to do that was $40? I don't think so. There's no way that it cost me $40 to do that at all. But this is what people are saying, and they're not justifying it. I need to know, where did you get this from? Where did this come from? Do I have any suggestions? Okay, so are there any sites that offer more weekends? There's no specific site that says, hey, we offer just weekends. Understanding the process, the whole process, and I got a video out there that talks about that, about the loan process. The thing is, in order for there to be a signing, somebody had, I'm trying to see. There's a video and I can't remember what the heck I called it. There's a video that I got that I go over that. Um 8 steps. There's a video that I have out there, and I cannot remember the name of it, where I talk about the process for how loans go, to start to finish. You can't have a loan close on any day of the week if the title company hasn't gotten it together, their paperwork together, and the borrower hasn't said that they're ready to, that they want to close on that day. So the borrower, the loan company, the title company says we want to close on such and such day, on the Thursday. The borrower says, well, look, I'm out of town, I can close on Saturday. That's how it happens. So there's no companies that like they offer more than another, because if they're trying to make money, like I keep telling y'all, if they're trying to make money and their signer says I can only do it on this day, then they got to find a way to do it. Now, what would restrict them is if their business policy is we don't do nothing on the weekend and we don't want to use mobile notaries to do it on the weekend, then that signer just going to have to wait till Monday or whenever. Get what I'm saying? Or it just doesn't get done and they say, well, find somebody else. I don't know. I forgot about my juice. So that's how it works. You can only have a closing on any day if the signer says I'm ready to close and the title company has everything ready to close. That's what has to happen. That's why my 12 o'clock got canceled, because they weren't ready to close today because they had to wait on a termite inspection. Termite inspection couldn't get done yesterday. The bank says we're not closing until we get the termite inspection. The termite inspection is probably happening as we speak. And then they said we can close by 4 o'clock. Unfortunately, I can't do the 4 o'clock. I got a 4:30. You see what I'm saying? So that's how it works. So there are no companies that we only do weekend closings or we only specifically work for new notaries. Yeah, we're looking for new notaries and bam. There's no companies out there that's like, hey, new notaries, especially as crazy as a lot of new notaries have been acting. You're not going to find too many out there that's like, yeah, we want to mess with new notaries, and everything. So there was another question. Printer, as I've always said, laser in the story. Laser. You got to get a laser dual tray. I've said that over and over again in all of my videos that I talk about it. Laser. There's no getting around that. I know people use not dot matrix, the inkjet and all of that. Laser. Okay. Somebody asked me about renting versus buying. Come on, y'all should be able to figure that out. Okay. I'm gonna say this here. Okay. You got to just bottom line look at the cost. If you can, there's no place that I can think of that you're going to rent a printer for a whole year that's going to be less than you buying a printer. Whatever the price of a printer is, the brother, the HP and all, 800, 900, 500. If renting the printer in totality is going to be less than you buying one, then of course it makes sense to rent one. But you got to show yourself, not me, not them. You got to show yourself that renting a printer is going to be more financially feasible for you than buying one. It's that simple. I mean, I don't know how else to lay that out. And a lot of people keep asking me like, hey, yeah, should I rent or should I buy? Which one is going to cost you the least amount of money? Because after 4 months, if what you paid in rental, you could have bought one. Get what I'm saying? So find a way to put it on layaway or something. If you have a credit card or whatever, somebody can loan you the money and then you pay them back and all of that. I mean, that's the way I'm looking at it. If I'm wrong, please hop in the stream and educate me, because that's how I'm looking at it. Renting versus buying. You see what I'm saying? So I'm renting a car because the expense of getting all of that maintenance done because of how much I'm driving is more than the rental. Okay, it's more than the rental. So my next rental that I'm gonna be getting is gonna be 800 and some bucks, but I'm putting on 2,000 miles a month on my car or on the car that I'm using. So that means I got to get tires, I got to get oil changes, I got to get transmission flushes, all of that kind of stuff. And the totality over a year. So if the car breaks down, if the car got to go in the shop, I still got to go rent a car. So for me, it's more feasible financially to rent a vehicle than to buy one and then be saddled with all of the expenses that's going to come because I'm not doing, traditional driving of 12,000 or 15,000 miles a year. That's why I can't lease one, because in a half a year, I done already put 15,000 miles on it. So it doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? So you got to do the dollars and cents on that. It says, hey Griff, is it just me or the signing slowed down? I feel like I'm not getting there's a little bit of slowdown because this month, the first week of the month, I only had 9, and I normally do minimum 14. Really like to do 18. So I was like, okay, 9. I'm like, wow. And then this week was sort of light, and I'm like, okay, I think right now I'm booked all together for 30 or 32 for the month, and I normally try to do 60. So I'm like, okay, so I got between the 12th and the end of the month counting, and then knowing that you got the holidays coming up, so there might be some slowdown there, and it might kick in at the end part of the month. Who knows? But I do know, and a lot of people was calling me yesterday saying all of a sudden yesterday a whole slew of orders came in, and that's what happened to me. Yesterday, a whole slew of orders came in, and I was just snatching them up left and right. So again, now think about it. If you're direct, and that direct client only has a small limited base of clients that they work with, there's a chance that they may not have a whole lot, versus the signing companies. They're constantly trying to get, all right, another house inspection coming in that's in my neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? So you have to, I'm just, all right. Yeah. So it got slow, and then all of a sudden it started popping. So who knows? But again, it takes about 3 to 4 months. So whatever's coming down in November, that means at least say 3 or 4 months ago, people apply for a loan. They applied for a loan 3 or 4 months ago, and now it's closing this month. So if people are planning on doing vacations and all of that, they may have decided not to refi back then because they said the closing was going to be happening. This is a signing. No, that's today at 3. No, I can't do that one. So people may say, well, nah, I'm gonna be out of town, because they asked them, like, well, when we gonna close? Well, we're probably closing in November. Oh, nah, I'm gonna be going out of town. So some people, if they're not pressed, they might wait. So it says IRS will be able to look and right, the $600 transactions when using Cash App, Venmo. Okay, so that's the thing you're talking about. So yeah, $600. Because the 1099 rule says what? Anything that's $600 or more that you get paid from somebody, they want to know about that. So that's what they probably doing. Okay. And all of that. So I just transferred some money using Cash App because I had a problem where I forgot the banks were closed yesterday. It was Veterans Day, and I needed to put money in one account. So I used Cash App to pull money from one account, and then I transferred it down into another account and everything, because I hit the button to pay a bill and didn't realize. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the bank tomorrow to go transfer it over. And I said, wait a minute, the bank's closed. So I transferred money to Cash App, and then from Cash App, I put it down. So starting January 1, I guess they'll be flagging that stuff. And I actually don't even use it that often. I think I've only used it like 3 times this year. And it's always been around the holiday time when I forgot that, I needed to go to, I forgot that it was a holiday and transfer that and stuff. Let's see here. All right. All right. New member. And let me do this real quick, y'all. And I do appreciate y'all hanging in here with me today, this morning on Friday, kicking it with it. And again, let me go back and say, and this here is the YouTube membership link. If you want to join and everything, people who join, they have, everybody got access to me, but people who join, they get priority access to me, and all of that. So feel free to join if you want. Stay in there as long as you can. I got you want. I got videos in there, member only videos and all of that, and everything. So cool. I'm just making sure. Say, what do you do in the winter months and have your that's when I really use my mobile printer the most, the winter time, because it's cold. I rather deal with the car being cold than hot, in the car, just the printer and everything sitting in a hot car. Now, at the same time, I haven't needed to use the mobile printer because now that since I've been full time, I get orders, even if they were last minute orders, I can get back home quickly enough to print. And I got two printers. I got one here and one over there. So I can come and print stuff pretty quickly. So I really don't need the mobile printer setup. Now, if I'm going to be going out, like let's say if I'm going an hour or so away, and it depends. Like let's say if I got several orders or a couple of orders, and one of the orders I know I'm gonna have to be at a distance at some point in time, I may carry it then so that way I can go ahead on and print while I'm out there when I get the documents. Or if I know I'm dealing with a company that's notoriously late with documents and I see at the time that it will be too difficult for me to come back, then I'll go ahead on and gear up and take everything with me. During the summertime, I'm still not going to do it because I don't want my printer sitting in a car that's hot, and of course you don't want to have it exposed to people see and be snatching your stuff up. You know, you got some dude riding down the street on a bicycle with your printer, knowing he ain't got nothing to print, but it's just the fact that he can steal it. I can steal it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put my stuff in there. And then I use a moving blanket, a black moving blanket, and because the black, a lot of times the car got the tent, so I cover it with one of those moving blankets and that keeps people from seeing it in the car or in the SUV and everything. I've signed up with I've signed up with Signature Closers. I can't get nothing from them. I don't know what the deal is. Why? I actually logged out the app. I get the email notifications, and just so y'all know, you got to get the Signature Closers app, because with the app you can respond and see what the price is. In the email, for whatever reason, they will not put the price of the order in the email. So if you're getting orders or you sign up with Signature Closers, you got to get the app. And WGC, yeah, the membership thing has already passed. All right. Well, you know what? Bump it. All right. We'll do it. You know what? We'll hold on. Since a few more people done slid up in here, a few more people, we'll do the membership again. We'll do the free membership. We'll do the free member again. All right. So this time it's 20 people up in there. All right. So we'll do it. So Felicia, if you get it again, we got to do another drawing. All right. Oops, my bad, y'all. All right. So I'll do it again. Violet. All the ladies, I know, IT guy, you was close, man. You was close, dog. You was close. Oh man, the ladies are just taking over. All right, somebody calling me. Let me check this. Hey, Griffin Notary. That's that Google business listing mess. Block them. All right. The ladies just tearing it up today. The ladies are tearing it up today. Oh my goodness. Let me see what we got over here on Facebook. All right. So I know people probably still looking over there and everything. Facebook. All right. So, way to go, Violet. Way to go. Let's see here. Do you know if any if you are basically in with bank server after you have to. I heard some people saying they didn't hear anything for a while, and then all of a sudden, bam! I think TXB for you was saying that all of a sudden, boom, she got something from them. I think it was BankServe. So BankServe's a little unique. And there's this one site. Oh, let me see if I can put up. Automation. All right. So this site, if I'm not mistaken, let me pull this up for y'all. Okay. The question is, okay, summarizing the document. A summary, when you look at the word summary, define the word summary. It means you're giving, that means you understand the document and you're summarizing it. Why is somebody cutting the grass in the wintertime? The grass ain't grown a lick. Hold on, y'all. I do have to check this because sometimes this dude be cutting my grass. My bad, y'all. I gotta check this. All right. My bad. I've been having a problem with this guy. He comes over to cut their grass next door. And instead of using a pushing lawnmower, he gets on the riding one and then end up messing up my grass. And y'all know I love my grass, so just had to. And the thing is, the grass hasn't grown in a month and a half, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, as far as wow, okay, that's too much. My bad. I had turned on my fan. I forgot I had it up on high, and it felt like a tornado in here for a sec. But yeah, for summarizing the documents, when you summarize something, you're giving people enough information in the summary of it to where they don't have to read it. So I'm gonna summarize this, and it's like, oh, okay, I get and understand fully what this means. So if you understand the documents, then I guess you could summarize it. But then the thing is that your role. Why do you need to summarize the documents for them? I asked them up front, have you seen the documents? Have you looked over everything? Because sometimes they give them the ability to look at the documents ahead of time. So if the borrower didn't read the documents when they gave them access to them a day or two before they met with you, I'm like, okay, what is it then I'm going to summarize? I'm gonna tell you what you're signing. Well, in all honesty, it's their responsibility. You get what I'm saying? You can read the title, and I know everybody quote say, well, the NNA and everybody else says you can tell them the what and not the why, the who and not the where, the because and not the how to, and I get all of that. And as I always say, you're gonna do what you want to do for you. Because a lot of people, a lot of notaries come into this business, a lot of people come into this business to become notaries, and not saying this is you, but a lot of people come into the business because they're having issues at their job. I've been told there's people got issues with being respected, and they are trying to find themselves. I know I'm not saying it correctly. I know I'm not saying it right. Don't use this as being a notary as a way to show how smart you are. That's the best way I can put it. That's not our job here to try to show people how smart we are or how how well versed we are, because if you don't know how to notarize, it don't matter what you summarize about the document. You can summarize all day long. And there are some people that call me and they are excellent at summarizing the documents, but they can't notarize the way out of a paper bag, as I always say. They can't notarize, but yet they can summarize. So what's more important, summarization or notarization? And if the borrowers already understand the documents or the borrowers don't want to hear what you got to say, and you're fixated on I need to summarize, and you don't feel complete in doing your job as a notary unless you summarize, and you don't feel that you've done your job as a notary unless you summarize, but they don't want to hear what you got to say, and the company themselves. And if you go back and look at some of my video, I've even shown y'all instructions that says shut your mouth. Don't say anything. You did not advise or dot. There's instructions in these, and they don't want you saying anything, but yet you want to say something about the documents. The question also would be, why do you feel that you need to? Now, if I'm doing an interview with somebody and they ask me, do I feel it's my role to summarize the documents? I would have to tell them, to be honest, no, because according to my state law, it's not my role to summarize the documents. However, if I do have to summarize them, I will do it in accordance with the National Notary Association verbiage that they gave me, because the NNA has given us, I don't have a copy of it, but they provided a summary, a little I guess you call it cheat sheet or what. I don't really like that cheat sheet thing, because like you cheating the system and all that. You're foregoing trying to learn. But they gave you some information to where you can summarize each loan document. So if I'm going to summarize, I'm going to do it in accordance with that. I'm not going to do it of my own volition and off the top of my head. I'm going to do it in accordance with that. Okay. So you're going to, and again, people going to do what they want to do. I've had people a lot of men call me and almost, and sometimes get in an argument over summarizing the documents and saying stuff about the documents. I'm like, dude, you're going to do what you're going to do. If you're looking for me, and this is not toward you, Sylvia, but this is what I say to especially a lot of, if you're looking for me to sign off on something that you've already said you're going to do and made up your mind, that don't make sense. You're going to do what you need to do, whether I agree with it or not. You're probably already doing it, but you just want to hear what I got to say. And really, I put the word out there about that, and if you're new to the channel, you probably haven't heard me say this a whole lot, but a lot of people have heard me say this. You have to be careful that you're not, falling into the realm of unauthorized practice of law. As I've been told by a buddy of mine in North Carolina, he says straight up, in North Carolina, they can't say nothing but the title. So if your state tells you can't say nothing but the title of the document, you can't go into detail or even go beyond that, then this thing of I need to summarize. I mean, you don't summarize a power of attorney. You don't summarize any other loan or any other documents that you notarize. So why do we need to summarize the loan docs? From the standpoint of I need to educate them. It's the notary's job to educate the borrowers on what they're signing, given the fact that there's a 98% chance sometimes that you're going to get a last minute signing, and it might be your first signing, it might be your 10th signing, and you're new to this and you haven't even seen the documents before. And it might be documents in there that you've never seen before, or they might be worded differently than what you are familiar with. And now I'm going to try to summarize it to the point that that person can understand what that document means and represents without reading it themselves. That's what summarization is. And if you have that confidence to do that, by all means, go for it. I'm serious, go for it. Me, I'm not going down that road. Let me go back to some of these comments. All right, I'm trying to sign up for Signature Closer, and that's their first question. I know. What you say and what you do is two different things. You can give them the answer that they want to hear. I don't know. I mean, that is a tough one for me, because it's like, because even when you say summarize, what's the definition of summary? How summary are you summarizing the documents? I mean, just like there's one form in there called borrower's consent to use tax return. In summary, that's a form that when you sign it, you're giving them permission to share your information. Boom. In detail, when you read the document, it says a whole lot more than that, because they start talking about that they can share your information with various people and this, that, and the other. And then they're like, well, what do you mean? Who is this? Power of attorneys. who are these people they sharing my information with? I don't know. I'm just giving you a summary. Well, that doesn't answer my question. You see what I'm saying? Your summary has to answer the questions that they might have. You have a limited power of attorney. Well, who are these? Then it has a list of different people. Who are these people that's going to have access? And there's 15 people listed. I guess they're the attorneys. You see what I'm saying? You have to know the document in order to give the appropriate summary so that it will ease the mind of the person who's going to sign it. All right. And you have to direct them back to the people about that. Yeah, that's the first question. Depending if you have to type, you say I summarize the documents in accordance with the NNA training that I took. That's what you can say. I know that was a long semi-tirade. I always let the borrowers know that I'm here to ID them and make sure the date and this is right. That's all you got to do. Normally I read time and keep it pushing. Correct. All right. So now this site here, y'all. Let me show y'all this site. And I put that in one of my things. This site I'm signed up on. NSS Notary. Having a hard time typing today. In their sign up process, where the heck is it? I think with them, yeah, in their sign up process, they have the Fidelity stuff. Fidelity National Title Group. I think that's what it is. Yeah. So you have to do all of this stuff here. The Fidelity National Title Group, and they have all of their documents. And I think this is how you can get Fidelity approved, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, what's going on, KJ Notary Service? That's my girl Kim. I think that's Kim, or is that Yanni? I always mess that up and everything. So so this here is, you go through here, yeah, Fidelity National Financial, and I believe this is the Fidelity approval thing. You read through this here, and I believe this gets you Fidelity approved. And it's important that you read through this here, initial, all of that, the TRID training. I always forget what the tag on. Yeah, TLA RESPA integrated disclosure. Yeah, TRID. So you go through this here and everything, and I believe this is what gets you Fidelity approved. You download this, you upload this to wherever, and all of that, and you go from there and everything. So I believe that's what that is. And then you have this one about the 5 things that you need to know. Is this a video? Oh no. And this is a memorandum about the stuff that you need to know, exhibit A, B, and C, what all that stuff means. You read through this here, and it just helps you understand, and all of that. So this company is a great company to be with. Now, I don't get a whole lot from them, but when I do, they pay good. A C note 25 or higher a lot of times and everything. So you just go through I'll keep scrolling, like, let me scroll slower and everything. So your commission, you do all of that, your background screening. Right here it says, so yeah, must have submitted the 5 documents required to conduct their signing. So those documents that you saw, yeah, these documents that they want you to do. So you do that. Where the heck is I just saw the daggone thing. So yeah. Yeah. So Proviso, all that. I think I'm proviso and everything. So you go through all of that, and then you do all your language stuff and everything. And then you add in whatever else. Yeah, your FNTG document. So you upload all of that stuff that you sign and everything. And again, y'all, the reason why I was doing this here is because this live, which I didn't realize we've been on that long, because today marks 1 year that I've been full time in the business. And I wanted to give all of y'all, I don't even know if people still do Proviso. And I wanted to, just give something back to y'all. Put down here for valid free membership. I just wanted to give something back to y'all because y'all have really been an inspiration. Doing the lives, doing the phone calls, all of that has been great. Just talking with y'all, hanging out with y'all in person, on Zoom calls, all of that. Y'all have shown great love and respect for me and my family, my wife, all of that. At no time has anybody ever disrespected me, my wife, or anybody. And I mean, and that is great. Well, some people have disrespected me, maybe me. Okay, not none of the real party people, some other folk. And nobody said anything bad about my wife and all of that. And she was in here earlier. She back in class now, but she told me to tell y'all hello and all of that. So yeah, thank you, Kim. Yeah, so it's been amazing. If you got questions about the first year of being full time, hop in the stream. Okay, I'm serious. Y'all. Stop hiding behind the keyboard and hop on in here with the party people and ask you questions and everything. Because y'all know I'm bad on that thing. But what I've learned for this first year, and I may do a separate video just specifically about this. I learned that you got to be committed. You got to be committed. All right, this is an order. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, thank you. So, okay. Okay, now. Let me let her know. Call us shortly. On. Hold on, people. All right. Yeah, what I've learned is that you got, like I said, you got to know who you are. You can't listen to everybody. You got to do the business with integrity, and you got to work. You got to work. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. And this is no slight to anybody who is doing this. There's no way I could be full time in this business and only do the $150 orders or more like everybody is saying, because my area doesn't support that, doesn't give me enough of those to where I could have just said, okay, I'm gonna just do $150 and that's it, and I'm going to be able to take care of my family and make the $6,000 a month that I need. There's just no way. I'm just gonna be real with you. There's just no way that I could have survived. I would have had to go back to a W-2. So that's one of the things that I learned, that if you're gonna do this, you just gotta do it. And you gotta be mindful and careful of who you listen to. And they might be cool with you, they might have taken the same training as you and all this, that, and the other. But your journey is your journey. And you got to do what's best for you. And I know solidly that if I hadn't have done those $25, I mean, my orders have ranged from $25 all the way to $300. And had I not done, and I've only gotten 300 maybe 2 or 3 times, what I've gotten that's over $150, I've gotten a lot of 175s recently, but that wouldn't have been enough to sustain me. And that's only been recently. That wouldn't have been enough to sustain me. So from 25 to 300 that I've gotten, if you would have just taken out everything below 150, even everything below 100, that would not have sustained me and my family. I would have had to go and work. I would have had to do something. I would have had to do something else. So that's the number one thing that I learned, that you just got to work this business for yourself. Know what you're doing and then go work it. And it doesn't matter whether you share. What's going on, Bruce? Go for it, my man.
What's going on, Griff? I've been watching you for a while. I'm new to the signing agent business.
Yeah.
I'm new to the notary business. I've been doing it since March. I just started getting, constant from different companies. I'm here in the state of Texas, here in Killeen, Texas.
Okay.
But I just want to say, your lives, your subscriptions, all your videos are on point. They really have helped me and shown me that if I just keep studying, if I keep pushing, if I keep listening, I mean, you give great tips. Definitely how you set up your loan packages and everything. I just want to say, man, keep it up. It's been a blessing, and your advice and your information is right on point, man.
Well,
don't let the naysayers say anything, man. Don't let the naysayers say anything about you, man. You right there on point, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and as I always tell people, I don't mind being corrected. And I tell the naysayers all the time, I'm like, look, if you got something, if I'm saying something wrong, then to me, if you got the information and you got the content to show me where I'm incorrect at, then that just helps the notary community out even more. Because now you come in and then you can educate me, and now we can educate everybody else.
I mean, I just look at it as there's enough business around for everybody to eat. So if you got some good advice, man, just put it out. Yeah. I mean, we all across the country, across the world. So it's not really a true competition. Right. It's just, put out that information so that we all can eat and the correct information can get out.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We're supposed to be helping each other. That's why I say we're colleagues in this. Yeah. Will there be times where you have to spend money for different things? Yes, that's a part of business. But I mean, I know people who are asking folk that they've trained with or that's been their mentor just for a piece of information. And they're like, okay, well, once you hit my Cash App, I'll tell you what it is. And it's like, okay, you're spending more time trying to get $1 out of somebody than it took you to give them the information.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, so now how does that help you? So you're like, so now that person feels like, yeah, I'm a boss. Yeah, I'm the man because I got another $35 out of somebody for my knowledge and information. And I'm like, so that makes you feel good about yourself. That really makes you feel good. That really makes you feel, like you are it. And I'm like, okay, so how shallow are you as a person that you need to feel special because you got paid just to offer somebody a little bit of help? I mean, I'm like, to me, and I know people going thumbs down to get mad, but it says something about you as a person that you have the ability to help somebody and you don't.
I mean, I've had a mentor that I couldn't even get in contact with. So it was just like, hey, I paid money, I went through your course and I can't even get in contact with you. So, hey, let me just listen to find out some other ways of doing stuff. And I came across you and I've been following you for like, man, a good 4 or 5 months, man.
Gotcha. So, well, one of the things I will say, you have to be built for this quote unquote mentor and sharing information because it can be daunting. It is a lot. And you have people pulling on you in various different directions because everybody has their own story that's going on in their life. So they have their own reason some people, like I'm learning, people have learning issues. So some people are like, I can't, just tell me what I need to know. And I can tell them the answer, but that's only going to help them temporarily. And then I'm like, okay, if you really have a problem with comprehension, then this may not be the business for you, because you do have to take time out to read these things and sort of comprehend it on the fly. And if you're not the type of person that is good at comprehending, and I'll be honest, I had to get my comprehension better. My wife would tell you I had to really focus. Or you're the type of person that don't want to invest the time, then that's understandable. So then you may need to move into something else. Now, for some people, they move into, I'm gonna be a mentor, I'm gonna be a trainer and all of that. But my issue is this: if you couldn't comprehend the knowledge, the information, so you could get knowledge, then how can you educate somebody if you had a hard time comprehending? Because it's just not gonna work. You see what I'm saying?
100.
You can't sit here and try to it's like, oh, I'm gonna educate you, but I had a hard time getting educated. And you're only teaching people off of memory, what you memorized, not off of what you learned. And that's a totally different thing. So once people start hitting you up for help and information, it's a totally different beast. And you're like, okay, I gotta be there for people. I gotta be able to have my stuff together and be transparent enough that if somebody shows me that I'm wrong in something, I can allow myself to be corrected and come out publicly and say I'm wrong. And a lot of people aren't doing it now. A lot of these folk out here now are changing their tune. There's, like I've been saying, we're not loan signing agents, we're notary signing agents. And now all of a sudden you see a lot of these people switching over to that. And then I'm like, oh, okay, well, all this $200 signing, $300 signing. Now people are starting, well, don't always look for the $300 signing. Take what you can get so you can be. I'm like, I've been saying that from the day one.
Exactly.
But the problem I have is the people who are changing their tune now, and it's men and women, they were the ones who created this. They created this frenzy. That's like if you're out there swimming, like that's you sitting up here throwing, bloody stuff out in the water, and sharks come around, and then you getting upset that sharks around, and now you can't swim. Well, Dad, you're gonna sit up here putting all this here food and all this, or even if you sit up here throwing, like when I was growing up, they would throw the food out the back of the door up against the tree, and everything, leftovers and stuff. And it's like, okay, now you're upset that there's flies in the backyard. Well, you're throwing stuff out there that attracts that kind of environment. So if you put that word out there that, oh, you can make this money, that money, what do you expect? It's going to be hard in this business that have no integrity, and now they are notaries. And that's why I keep saying you have to have disclosures, disclaimers saying, hey, look, if you're going to be in this business, it's like this. You can't come up in here thinking you can be slick and do this, that, and the other. And that's what's happened. And now people are trying to backtrack because it's affecting their business. And people are pointing at them and saying, wait a minute, you are the one who started this. It's the people who trained under you, that's out here. And now they got to sort of backtrack and be like, okay, we don't need to do this anymore. But in my opinion, it's a little late because there's too many of them out there that are acting like this. And they're teaching people to act like that. What you got, Caprinas?
Nothing much. I just want to drop in, before I get back on the road. So,
head out, man.
All right, Bruce.
All right. Nice talking to you, Griff.
Anytime, man.
All right, man.
Yeah, just over here. I just dropped some docs off at the title office, and then got me some Starbucks before I head back home for my W-2 work before I go to the signing at 11.
Gotcha.
More W-2, and then another signing, and then another signing. So it's a busy day today, but it's good. It's Friday.
Well, congrats, man, on getting close to 70, of not hitting 70 this month.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's funny because I think the last chat you were like, oh yeah, you're at about 60, aren't you? And I was like, no, I think it was like maybe like 45. So like it's just been like killing like as of late. So I mean, I take all the stuff that you say is very, very important, and I take it to heart, you know. And I think that, you know, the listeners listen to you, like your subscribers, they listen to you. You know, they'll have a lucrative business. It's not about, you know, having to sit there and wait for 150s. You know, I'll go take something, like I've said multiple times. At the end of the day, and this is not trying to brag, I make 6 figures in my normal job, my W-2, and I know how much I make per hour. So these people are complaining, saying like, at the end of the day, and I'm not saying that they have to take every order that's like that they're only getting $50, but if you're making $50 an hour for work, you're making over 6 figures. So sitting there waiting for $150, you're just leaving money on the table all the time. And not to mention just that, but the other fact, what I've been coming across as of late, is that notaries are just really screwing up, not calling borrowers to get confirmed like dates, because then I'm talking to them. They're like, yeah, no one called me and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm so sorry about this. So I'm being apologetic, even though it's not me. And then the other thing is like people just showing up when they're not supposed to show up. So, you know, this is, it's a funny like situation going on. And I think that there is an allure to the money that's there. But the way I take it is like this. My biggest thing is I like to talk. You know, obviously I've been on here. You guys know that everyone's been on the lives, they see me on here. So I like to talk. And I usually I wouldn't say that I'm spending an over amount of time with the borrowers, but of course, I could be like cutting it down. But I genuinely like the companionship that we have.
Yeah, I do too.
You know, and I think it's great that people are able to do these types of things, you know, to refinance, because not everybody can refinance. Not everybody can make purchases. So it's always, to me, at the end of the day, I always, you know, let them know, congratulations on this, because it's not promised. And I think that some people just looking for, let me get it and get it out. I had a borrower said like they started signing docs and stuff was like taking a little longer. And the person's like, well, you know, I can only be here for 45 minutes. I need to go. Literally. And then the borrower said, okay, you can go. And so then that's how I got the order later on, you know, like a few days later. But, you know, I don't know what people are doing like out there. I can only speak for myself. But like I said, over and over, you know, like I appreciate the knowledge, you know, that you provide for all of us, you know, and you look for not mentors. And I hear that a lot, like mentors, but I look for, it's almost like elders to me. Like you look at somebody who's been around the block and who knows what's going on. But I think, like I've said before, also, too many people are just trying to sign up and like have YouTube channels and I'm going to teach you to do this. It's the same stuff over and over again. I don't give a crap who it comes from. You know, it's not they're not teaching you anything of substance. And it's unfortunate, you know, because people get drawn in and they get drawn in to different types of people. We all do. But you have to see, you know, like it's like I said earlier, trust but validate. You know, you may trust this person, but validate what they're saying is true. It's just it's pretty silly what's going on there. And I think, just like you said as well before, the title companies, lenders, they're getting pretty like annoyed with what's going on. Like I don't think they're happy, and that's why, you know, they're probably taking people who only have, you know, a certain like threshold for signings, and they're like, you know what, we trust these people more. And it's not saying that that's fair, but that's just the reality of the situation. So obviously you have like some subscribers in here who are talking about, hey, I haven't gotten contacted, and it's not necessarily anything that they've done, it's what other people have done prior to them. And so they're having to deal with it and having to navigate those situations where, how do I get them to understand I'm not like everybody else? I'm not like these other clowns that you guys have hired. And it goes back to the directions and instructions. A lot of these people, one, they send you confirmations, but not just the confirmations. Usually with the confirmation emails, they'll send you multiple other emails that explain what to follow. Follow instructions, but it's like elementary school all over again. Like people can't follow instructions. If they tell you to print, like if you don't have a dual tray printer, pretty much everyone says print on legal. They say legal, because they can obviously minimize. I mean, they can shrink down the legal to letter, but you can't go the other way around. And so you're like looking at them and you're like, why are you not following instructions? I'm not sure who's telling you this. You know, that doesn't even make sense that someone's telling you, oh, you can just print everything on on letter. And maybe it's getting misconstrued. But the point being is that, like, you need to be validating what people are saying, to be true. Because otherwise, you're going to find yourself, one, out of the commission, not having a commission anymore, or two, even worse, you might be like going to court, getting sued for what you did wrong. So yeah, that's my thoughts for the day, my Friday, based off of what we've been talking about today, on the call.
Yeah, and you're right, man, because I mean, I don't know what's going on with notaries, and there was this lady. The first time I heard about people saying I can only be here for a certain amount of time, and I don't know where they're getting it from. If the signing company isn't saying it, then that means their notary trainer or mentor is telling them this, and they haven't validated whether or not that's true. So I'm sitting here, this lady, she has a little kid, her husband is out to sea, she's signing with a power of attorney, and I'm being sent there, and I didn't realize this until I got there as a second notary, because the first notary, and the lady sitting there talking to me, and I could tell she was nervous and she was a little shaky, and she was like, I'm trying to go as fast as I can because I know you can only be here an hour. And I said, huh? She's like, because the other notary told me they're only allowed to be with me for an hour, and she left. And I said, ma'am, you don't have to worry about a thing. I'm here till you finish. And this was already at 8 o'clock at night, or 9 o'clock at night. I said, ma'am, you take your time. Don't worry about a thing. And once I told her that, then you could tell that she just felt relieved. She stopped shaking, and she was able to just get through all of the paperwork. And I'm sitting here like, who in the world is telling these notaries this? And this is probably maybe a year before I ever came on YouTube. So a lot of this stuff has been going on all along. So my thought is this. One of the things I got to thinking, I said, we'll take you. Okay, so Caprentice comes into the business. He's brand new. And all of a sudden, Caprentice is like, yeah, I'm going to print double-sided. I'm going to email. I'm going to do all of these things. Okay, either he himself thought of these ways of doing it, or he heard it from somebody. Because if you're busy just trying to figure out how to be a notary, your mind really isn't on trying to make shortcuts. Your mind really shouldn't be. But then that's the hustler. Now, if you're trying to just be a straight up hustler, a hustler will get into something within 10 seconds. We're like, okay, well, I'm going to cut this corner, that corner, that corner, and save me like 35 minutes with them. So I'm going to do all of this. So a hustler will come up with that, or a hustler will teach people that. But nobody ever thinks to, or let me, like you said, trust and verify. Let me find out, does my signing company agree with me doing that? Do they? It's either yes or no. But nobody ever thinks of that. But yet they will call me, they will hop on Facebook, and they will check with everybody else to find somebody to validate their bad behavior. They already know that it's questionable. And I'm like, why don't you contact the signing company? Oh, I mean, literally like, well, I don't want to seem like I don't know. Well, you don't know. If you're calling me and you just got up fresh out of Facebook and got finished getting cussed out in Facebook, and now you coming to me, you don't know. What does it hurt to ask them? And I've shown examples over examples again and again of instructions that says contact us, talk to us, let us know. And notaries are afraid to do that. And I say this all the time. They're telling you don't contact them because so that you can pay them to teach you what they claim you don't need, that you don't know. But then you still are uneducated and you still don't have the confidence. And that's why I'm like, if anything that you get educated in, if it doesn't give you the confidence to execute that what you're supposed to be executing, then there's something wrong with the education or something wrong with you. And you have to figure that out. You have to figure it out. That's why I try to be very meticulous on what I share and how I say it, so that when y'all go to execute it or y'all think about it after the fact, you can say, okay, well, yeah, I can do this, or nah, it's not for me now. It's either just doesn't work, Griff, or I can do it, but it's not the time to do it, or I can do it. It's one of those two. And that's how I like my information to be. Either it's just not applicable to you, period, for whatever reason, or it is, but this isn't the time to implement it, or I'm gonna go ahead on and implement it because it is. It has to, for me, it has to be one of those three. But a lot of this stuff that's going on is it just ain't applicable at all. What they're telling me doesn't work. You know, they're not giving me any proof at all. So a lot of time people, nobody's telling them about their scheduling, their overbooking. Yeah. And I mean, now like on the 15th Monday, I'm purposefully overbooked. I got a 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Now I've done that before. I've done that by accident many times. This time I sort of did it on purpose because it's with a company that I'm cool with. And I'm like, and the dollar amount is what I wanted. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make this work. So the first one is in Virginia Beach, the second one is in Norfolk, and then the last one is like 10 minutes from my first one. So I'm like, okay, that means all I got to do is get the docs prep. But even if I don't get the docs prep, I'm comfortable enough with the companies to be able to go in there. And I know, and this is like me, I'm a talker just like you. I know when that first one, I got to get it done in 30 to 35 minutes. But it's going to be done correctly, and I'm not going to rush them. I'm just going to eliminate a lot of the small talk. I'm going to eliminate the small talk. And with that one, I'll probably divide the documents up to where anything that doesn't need to be signed is going to get pushed to the back, and everything that's going to be signed or notarized, I'm going to have at the front with me. So my document will be split in two. One stack, the first part is everything that has to get signed. The back of it is going to be everything that doesn't have to need to be signed. So I don't have to be flipping through that, showing them, people like, well, do I need to sign it? No, you don't.
No.
All of this is over here. And I put my sticker on there saying done. So what's that? Oh, everything this here you have a copy of doesn't need to be signed. However, if you want to look at it, feel free. I just figured, you want to go ahead on and get the signed stuff done first. And if you want to look at the unsigned stuff, feel free, but you do have a copy. And that's how I work it with them. And that has helped. So I can get that first one done, hopefully in 30 minutes, and then get over, because I got a 20-minute drive to the second one. And once I get the first one done, the second one should be a piece of cake, because then I could probably slide in there about 5 or 10 minutes early to the house. Hey, I'm here. So now I got a 10-minute grace period that I'm working with to get them done. And let's say if it takes 40 minutes, that still puts me at 5:30. And then I roll over to my 6. And then for my 6, I can just take my time. You see what I'm saying? And there's a chance that maybe the first or the second, the loan packet isn't that big. There's a chance that it could be, say, 100 pages instead of 200-300 pages. You see what I'm saying? So I'm willing to take the chance, but you can't do that if you're worried about trying to talk about the documents, if you're worried about trying to summarize, and that you feel that you have to do all of that. Then what ends up happening is that you're going to add time in. You can also frustrate the signers. You can frustrate them because they're like, well, we just want to sign, and you sit up here running your mouth. So you got to feel the signers. Now, if for some reason the people want to get detailed into this thing, or there's an issue, that's not a problem, because all I'm going to do is text my 5 o'clock one at about maybe 4:30, 4:40, and say, running into a delay with my current appointment, will be with you shortly. That's all you got to do. There's an issue with the loan documents that we're trying to work out with the lender. Will be there shortly. And now they know that you're coming.
Yeah, and I was gonna tie into that, because that's very, very important, Griff, that nugget that you shared, because reality is most of these people understand this. They understand that they're not the only ones signing documents. They realize that a lot of other people are as well. But the communication piece, people just they'll just bypass that. They won't say anything, and they'll just arrive late and say, well, you just be happy that I even showed up at all. That's the mentality that they have, the kind of attitude. And they really just want that common courtesy. I think that one of the subscribers had said before, like integrity. Like it is. It's like, what kind of integrity do you have? So you get in there and like say you're running late. That does happen. It happens to everybody, but let them know and they're understanding, you know. But then if you don't go in there and you don't say anything and you just like show up 20, 30, 40 minutes late, they're gonna say, what kind of attitude do you have? Like, what, you don't think this is serious? Like this is it's not serious for you. And then the other side, from the borrower standpoint, with the kind of stuff that they've had to pull, which we all know, if anyone who has their own property themselves, they have to pull a lot of stuff together. No one wants to go through that process over and over again. It's just, and every borrower like talks about it, unless their stuff was like a 2-week process, they're like, there's so much for me to do. So they don't want to give it up. But on the same token, they're like, that feedback is gonna get back to whoever like assigned you this stuff. They're gonna say, this notary is a piece of garbage. You know what? I signed it because I don't want to drop this refinance because it's important to my family. But I will never do business with you guys if that's the kind of stuff that's the kind of people that you have working for you guys. And that's exactly what happens. Right. And they get blacklisted. Then now they've lost business for themselves because they can't do something that's basic, you know. But it is what it is. More business for us.
Yeah, and that is really what's going on. I mean, just imagine, I mean, okay, and this is for everybody. Just think about all the notaries with the attitudes that they've displayed, the crap that they've talked, the slick stuff that they say they're going to do and that they do actually do. Hold on one second. Hold on. Hey, Griffin Notary. Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem. If they're flexible on the time, I should be able to fit them in. All right, cool. All right, my man, no problem. Hey, if you get a chance, send me an email with your contact information so I can add you in. All right, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, so that was the one that they called me yesterday. They said they ran into a snag. So that means on Monday, Monday's gonna be tight for me because I think I'm already sitting at so Monday I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4. So doing a 5th one, that'll fine. So I got a 1 o'clock, then a 4, 5, 6. Depending on when they get the documents together, I'll slide them in between 2 and 3, maybe between 2 and 3, or I have to do them after the 6 o'clock. You know, so this guy's calling me from Ohio. I'm gonna make this happen. You know, so this is somebody calling me directly from Ohio. I'm going to find a way to make this happen. You know, somehow, some way, this is going to pop. You know, so yeah. So what that does is, at the same time, it sort of limits me, or it causes me to be, oh snap. Okay, I lost my man. It causes me to be careful about what other signings I take. Okay, because I'm already at 4. And I don't know when these people are going to be available. So I'm already committing myself to do this 5th one, this one for him. I don't want to turn around and then book myself with other orders. And then I can't do this one that me and him talked about at all. So basically, I'm not taking anything else for Monday at all. And I'm going to leave a spot open for him and everything. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave a spot open for that one. And you say, well, and yeah, I'm taking a chance that, so I'm taking a chance, and I was saying, I don't know if you was hearing me, but by me having 4 and then committing to do this one, which is supposed to happen today, but it's going to happen possibly on Monday. Any orders that come in for Monday, I might have anything else that comes in for Monday. I might have to just I can't do it because I got to leave a spot for him. And this is just a part of the business where it's like, okay, I'm taking a chance to do his and to forego doing anything else. So even though I might see an order that comes in for 175 or 150 or whatever, or even unless it's like close to my house that I can knock out something small, I already got in my mind that I'm not going to accept any other closings on Monday because I want to leave a spot open for them. And I'm willing to take the chance of that order that just called not even happening on Monday, and I missed something else because I know it's the business is cyclical. The orders will come around again. And that's just a part of it. Where a lot of inexperienced notaries, or not even notaries, it's inexperienced business owners. When you're inexperienced as a business owner, you're sitting here, I just got to take everything. And then you end up getting 7 orders on Monday. And then they call you and say, okay, yeah, we're ready to go. And now you got to tell them no. So somebody who reached out to you from Ohio asked you to do this. You do not want to put yourself in a position that when they say, yes, we're good to go, you're like, oh, well, look, man, I can't help you. You got to go find somebody else. Now you're putting them in a position where they got to scramble to find another notary. Now, me and him have talked. The other day, we had a good dialogue and we made a connection. It would just be wrong for me to leave him hanging, because then that embarrasses him on his end. So he's telling everybody, yo, we got this notary. And I think more than likely they found me on 123 Notary website, because most of the people who call me from out of town like that, just out of the blue, they get me off of 123 Notary. So he calls me and we make a connection, and he has confidence that I can do this. And now he tells his people, we got a notary, we solid, we good to go. And then I put myself in a position to where I got to back out on him. That's not good. And too many notaries are doing that nowadays. They're doing that and everything. Bingo. And all that. Now, somebody asked the question, what is the best format to start with? Now, when you're saying format, I don't know if you're talking about Ron or what company. You start with whatever company that's willing to throw some dollars your way. So you get on. I'm serious. You start with whoever. You know, like right now, my son is primarily signed up with Signing Order and Signing Solutions, because with his schedule, because he's still working, he decided he's going to keep working part-time, and he reduced his hours. With the way Snapdoc orders be flying in, you got to be on your game to do that. Now, when he's ready to go full-time, you know, CX Choice is a good option also. That's right, TXB. You got to be careful. If for me, I have to be careful that I don't want him to get overwhelmed, because Snapdocs uses that little funky algorithm. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. You know, Snapdocs uses that weird algorithm that if you don't respond, then they're like, oh, well, you must don't want to get these orders. So I don't want to put him in that position at all and everything. So I'm real careful about that. So who you should sign up with right now, in my last 5 to 10 videos, if you look at my best way to do it is show you. Hold on for a second. Let me pull it up for you. I didn't do it. Oh, here it is. Okay. Where am I at? I'm trying to find it. Oh, I know. I'm looking at the wrong. Told you I'll be looking at the wrong page sometime. All right. So let me show y'all this here. Let me show y'all this. And this is where, okay, so let me show y'all this here. In the description, what I've been doing in the description is putting the different websites that I sign up with in the description. I'm just dropping it in there because not being funny, people aren't going back and looking at my older videos and things of that nature. So I'm just dropping this in every single video. Okay. Also for people, Amazon has a thing where you can set up your own business account with them. And I'm gonna tell you that Amazon business account is the bomb. I love it. It has been great for me and everything. So you can go into there, click on that, you can set up your own business account and all of that. And then of course I got the Amazon store, not little. I don't know why I said that. I have my Amazon store. But these are the main companies that I'm signed up with. And I get primarily the bulk of my orders right now are Snapdocs and signing order. I don't get nothing from Signature Closers. App.sign 360 is signing solutions. I get a lot from them. Express Notary, I don't get as much from them. And Timios, I don't really get a whole lot from them. And Solidify, I get a lot from them. Zone, I haven't got nothing from them in a while and everything. So I probably gotta go check my app or whatever. But most of my orders are coming from either Snapdocs signing order or signing solutions and Solidify. So that's where. So if you look in any of my in the descriptions of my most recent videos, this is there. This is what I have in there and everything. And all of that. So let me see here. I think, let me see. I've been in the business. I'm in my fourth year. So I call it 4 years. If you get technical, started in 2018, 2019, then 2020. So we're in 2021. So I'm actually in my fourth year. So I'm in my fourth year so I've completed 3.5 years being in the business. Yeah, so I've been in the business technically 3.5 years. June will be 4. June of next year will be the end of my fourth year in the business. So I consider myself being, having 4 years under my belt. I guess technically it's really 3.5 and all of that. So I'm just out here trying to do what I can. Thanks, man. Thanks. I'm trying to do what I can to help notaries out. I want y'all to be successful. For me, this isn't about being fancy or flossing. Everybody is just following the trend. They see somebody do something online, and then everybody, all right, TXB, I know you got to bounce, and I'm about to get out of here in a second. Everybody sees somebody do something online, and then they want to do it. They want to do the same pictures. They want to do the same, monarchies or the same graphics and all of that. You got to keep in mind simply this. Your customer is seeing 50 notaries marketing themselves in the exact same way. What is the differentiator between you and them? If your graphics and your advertising style is the same as everybody else's, your little catchphrases is the same as everybody else's, your little poses is the same as everybody else's, what is there to make me say pick you over them? Because everything you're offering is the same. Everybody's doing the same pricing structure. Everybody's doing the same. What can you communicate to me that says you're different? That's what you got to do. Find a way to be different. It's nothing wrong with taking what some people do and adding it in. But when you look at some of the Facebook people advertisements, Instagram, Twitter, I guess even TikTok, everybody is marketing themselves darn near in the exact same way. So if I'm a consumer and I see you and 15 other notaries in my area, and all of y'all got the same layout, maybe different color schemes, but your advertisement for all of y'all is basically the same. You're basically saying the same thing. What is going to make me decide to pick you over them? Now, I'm not saying that you bloat up and you lie about what you offer, this, that, and the other, or undercut yourself to the point to where you're not making any money. But you have to be you. You have to connect with people to get them to trust you and to believe and have confidence in you that you are going to be there for them and got their back. And that you're going to do your job as a notary correctly and accurately. You see what I'm saying? But if everybody is getting together and saying, yeah, we're going to, you want me to drive anywhere? It's $100. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. It's $100. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. It's $100. So now you and everybody talking about $100 travel fee because your state allows you to charge a travel fee. Okay, do you really need to charge a travel fee and you're only going 10 minutes down the road? Do you really? Well, that's what everybody else is doing. But what do you feel you need to do? That's what I ask myself. As a man, as a business owner, what do I feel I need to do for my community in charging them? And that's what I did. So my travel fee is $20. You need me? $20. Okay. I need to go over to Hampton or something like that. Probably be $40 or $50. Okay. And then and sometimes I get there and I can tell, okay, yeah, these people struggling financially. They just, no travel fee. Sometimes I just do the notarization form for free. Are you willing to do that? You see what I'm saying? But if it's no, I got to get paid. Nah, you got to. And people can feel that energy from you. Just like y'all can feel my energy that's different from other notary people out here that's on YouTube. You can feel the energy and it's like, nah. Okay, all y'all the same. Ain't gonna mess with you. So, oh man. So I think that is it, y'all. Anybody got any other questions? Anything else that they're concerned about? Got anything whatsoever? Anything? Because I know we've been on here for a few minutes. I know we've been up here for a few minutes, and I do appreciate everybody hopping in here. And again, I'm doing this because today marks my 1-year anniversary of being in the business full time. And I am just so excited and elated about being able to accomplish that. That means a whole lot to me. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm just touched, and I just love the fact that I was able to connect with y'all. It's been a little rocky sometimes, not with some of the naysayers and stuff, but it just sharpened me, it just strengthened me, it just made me dig deeper inside to say, okay, well, if you're saying I'm this, that, and the other, then let me look at myself and let me check it out. Let me see. And and it helped me to be a better notary, better person, better business owner, all of that. So for those of you who want to hop out here on YouTube, and a lot of people think, okay, it's not easy. It's not easy coming up with content. It's not easy connecting with people. It's not easy hearing the same question over and over and over again and answering it, with a smile on your face, answering it from the same person over and over again. Because, you got to realize, okay, they need this, and you give it to them. You find a way to, okay, get out of myself and my personality the way I am. And okay, what do you need? Okay, let me give you my attention. And that's what I do. So when people call me, when they text me, email, I got to get better at that. I reach back out to people and find out. I hear what people say about these mentors and stuff. They won't call you. You can't find them. They just keep telling you and thank you for everybody who's joined, members, new members. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. This is my lady here, Kim. She got it going on, and she's doing this part-time. She's doing a great job. If you're going to get it, and I'm gonna just be honest, I'm gonna just say it straight up. To those of you who are mentors, are notary trainers, or want to be, you're dealing with people's lives. You really are. you're going to make your money. And stop being scared that you're not going to make your money, and have confidence in who you are and what you have to offer. Because if who you are is solid and what you have to offer is solid, the money will be there. But what's more important is all the people that you see in that live chat. That's what's important. All of those people, what side, whatever side is on, all of those people in that live chat, that's what's important. And if you're going to put yourself out here as an individual who's going to educate or teach or encourage or be there for people, then do so. Do so. Stop this thing of just pay me, pay me, pay me, and you barely are there for them, or that you're so busy that you can't. Then do your business and don't worry about trying to mentor people at all, because people need you to be there for them. Now, I'm not saying you put your business down for them, which I don't do mine. I mean, but I find a way to put people first at the time that I need to put them first. So if I'm in the car and and I can talk to them then I talk to them. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes I might talk to them late at night or early in the morning. Sometimes I'm texting with them or whatever. But I try to always, for the most part, I get back with people. I get back with them to help them out. Yeah, so me and Shantae, we was talking the other day, matter of fact, last night, and everything about the loan application and everything, making sure she was solid on that. And thanks everybody for the anniversary wishes. So I'm just trying to help, and I'm like, I'm confident that I've done enough and always can do more. But if I had to stop doing YouTube today, I'm happy with what I've done on YouTube, and I'm happy with the information that I put out there for y'all, that it can help y'all carry y'all for hopefully the first 2 to 3 years of your business. You know what I'm saying? But that comes from me working the business and being involved in doing it so that I had something to pour out to y'all and give you. If you've only been doing this for a few months, you only got a few months to give to people. You don't have 3-4 years. And then you have people like my mentor, Bill Soroka. He has, I think, 8, 9, maybe 20 years in this business. I think it's 20. I can't remember how many. And then Laura Brewer. They got so much that they can pour out, and that can carry me even further. But at the same time, I'm not connecting with them and just regurgitating what they said for a paycheck from y'all. And that's what some notaries are doing. Some of these notaries, they're just regurgitating what somebody else has taught them and then packaging it and saying, buy it from me. And you may have that notary person who helped them out telling them, just resell what I already told you. But I like my stuff to be a little bit more organic. Okay. I like my stuff. Okay. So Felicia, she did that. So she's the new member. So I hit you up on the Cash App and everything. So, and then it says here, yeah, do it right or don't do it all. That's the key. You got to do this thing right. You got to stop playing with people's lives. That's why I waited so long to even monetize. That's why I waited so long to even do the membership or anything for us getting money from anybody, because at least 70% of the viewership I have of women. I didn't want y'all dudes rolling up on me talking about why my girl keeps sending all this money to you in Cash App. Who you, Uncle? I ain't got time for that. I'd rather just help you out as free as I possibly can and work my business and earn my money that way. That's what I do. But other people, they need YouTube because they've set themselves up to basically depend on YouTube to provide them with the financial resources that they need. Okay. So they need YouTube. I don't need YouTube. Okay. I don't need YouTube. If I was to get demonetized, I would still come out here and do what I do for y'all, because that's who I am. The question is, if they got demonetized, would they do it? If they couldn't get a dime out of anybody else, would they do it? That's the question. Because if you did it for the dime, you won't do it because you're not getting a dime. I didn't do it for the dime, so if I don't get a dime, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. And that's just me. And I'm not asking anybody to be like me. I'm just saying that's how I am. However, y'all need people to be like that to some degree. Y'all need people to have the care and concern for you in order for you to move forward in your business and everything. So this is tomorrow. I can't do it. I can't do it. So like I got this order that just came in for tomorrow, $95. It's going to be it's for noon during the time that I have the members only. So I'm gonna tell them, and then I got a 4 o'clock tomorrow. So I'm gonna tell them I'm available. No, I got a 3:30. So I'm gonna tell them I'm available at 4:30. So available at 4:30 p.m. So I'm gonna let them know that I can do it tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. I don't want to try to do it earlier because something might delay and then I'm late for the meeting. But I'm gonna do this one last giveaway. And this is something that I normally don't do. But I'm gonna give this one last giveaway. And this is for anybody out there. All right. This is one last giveaway. And I'm gonna put up the word. Hold on. Where is it? All right. So this one last giveaway is all right. The word is #LoanDoc. #LoanDoc. Type in #LoanDoc in the comment so you can get this last giveaway. And I know people who probably was in early and doing a replay. Man, why you wait till the end? All right, this last giveaway. And if you need it, cool. If you don't, then you can feel free to give it to somebody else. And I would say this, if you win it and you say, well, nah, I'm good, then we'll do another drawing for somebody else. This last giveaway is a one-on-one session with me to go over loan docs. Okay, we'll do it via Zoom. If you are here in Virginia, in my area, then I guess we'll do it face-to-face. I don't know if that's any special and anything, but, and y'all know I don't really, and it's not a thing of, now again, my loan doc overview videos is really the key. I mean, that really helps you. But if for some reason you really need, because I know not everybody learns differently, if you need that one-on-one, okay? And the reason why I don't do it a whole lot now because of my schedule, I'm real busy. But I'm gonna do this for y'all. So if you want a one-on-one session to talk about the loan docs or have a better understanding about them or whatever the case may be, we're gonna do that. Okay, we're gonna do that. So somebody texting me. So this is now, see, like I was talking about, there's an order coming in for one. Oh man. Oh snap. This one coming in. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, I can't do it anyway. Dang. This one coming in for 150. For 150. Goodness. All right, I'm gonna take a chance on this one. I'm going to say already booked at 1 p.m. available at 2:30. So this order came through for 150. I'm taking a chance, you know. I know I can get that 1 o'clock done pretty quick and then hit that 2:30. And then hit them at 2:30. for 150, it's worth me trying. It's worth me trying. It really is. It's worth me giving it a shot. And all of that. So, all right. So, yeah, it could be. It came through signing. It was a signing company. It was actually a signing company. It was actually a signing company that did that. So it must be a really, really important order and everything. And then another house inspection just came through. So all right. So where we at? Where we at, people? Where we at? Oh, I gotta share the screen. And all right. So for those of you, so we got, let me go back. Let me double check, make sure I got, all right, 22 people that done popped in here. So here we go. Here we go. So we gonna see who get it. One-on-one with me. We gonna see. I don't know who now. Angela Jones. I don't know who Angela Jones is. Oh man, all the ladies done took over today. I'm serious. What is this? That what they said back in the day, the Spice Girl, that girl power thing. Man. Well, I guess it serves the ladies right, because the fellas, we always get together, do our fellas group, and I'm gonna be doing another one with the fellas and everything. Probably I don't know when. I'm gonna do one soon. So, all right, Miss Angela. I know, man, but see, it's all the ladies in here. I told you 70% of my followers are ladies, so oh man, it just makes it hard. It just makes it hard for the fellas. It makes it hard for the fellas to get in there. I know that StreamYard algorithm and everything. So yeah. So I really appreciate y'all, man. We've been up here 3.5 hours, chopping it up. And I'm serious. I really appreciate y'all. But I just want y'all, the number one thing that I want y'all to take away from me in my life is that it's doable. It's doable. It is doable. You and just hit me up, Angela. Um, yeah. So you can text me. Here's my what's that? My Google number. I don't forgot what my Google number is. What is my Google number? Oh, snap. I done forgot my daggone Google number. I'm serious. I done drew a blank in my head real quick, and I done, hold on. Okay, there it is. All right. Yeah. 5432. All right. Angela, hit me up. Those of you who hit me up, text me. That's my Google voice number. What I want y'all to take away from all of this, out of these 3 hours that we've been up here, 3.5 hours, it's doable. This business is totally doable if you get the right information from the right people and you execute it correctly. The business is doable. 100% doable. That's what I need you to get out of this here. If you can gather that, you will be fine. The business is doable. I'm here to help you to the best of my ability, but you have to put in the work. You got to do the parts in there that you are required to do so that you can move forward. And there's nothing wrong with hearing people. You can be in those Facebook groups and other groups and all of that. But as I said before, if the market is changing, then you need to start paying attention to where you're spending your money. If you got to stop the membership with me, that's fine. If you got to stop the membership with other people, that's fine. The difference, I'll be straight up with you, and people might not like what I'm getting ready to say here. Those folk, just because you're no longer a paid member doesn't mean I'm going to abandon you and not help you. Other people, because you're not paying them, they ain't got nothing for you. Because they're like, well, my time is worth this and my time is worth that. If I can help you to be a good notary, whether I'm getting paid for it or not, it helps the industry out. Just imagine all of those notaries who've been doing bad things for the last 14 months. If they had done things right, it wouldn't be negatively impacting you. Had they got the documents shipped on time, had they got the documents signed correctly, had they notarized correctly, had they done the stuff that they're supposed to do correctly because they was educated and taught correctly, or they would have just followed the advice that they had gotten from somebody who told them the correct thing to do, and not always me, but there's other people who are telling folk the right things to do. Just imagine where the industry will be right now. There will be more the opportunities are there, but you will have access to those opportunities, and they wouldn't have to say, well, you got to have 200 signings now. Why do they say they got to have 200 signings? Well, they only made that change because apparently they found out that people are lying about their background. So if you're lying about your background, then we're going to adjust the requirement. And then we find if we see that you found another way to do it, we're going to adjust that. So whatever you do, boom, boom, so that's what's going to happen. And if people would just do stuff correctly, why would the industry have to adjust its requirements? Why would notary trainers and mentors have to change their messaging now? You get what I'm saying? Isn't that right? Yeah, that's the right number. 7 hashtag. I'm missing on that one. And 797 means something. I don't know what it means, but I guess you'll tell me what it means. Okay, Kim, you'll tell me what it means. I hope I ain't said nothing bad or did nothing bad. But that's the way I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this that had people done things right 12 months ago, you wouldn't be getting restricted on getting orders because you don't have 200. Had people done the orders like I was asking, had you done the work, you would have 100 or so orders by now under your belt. But many of you, I ain't doing that, Grip, because they said don't do it because it's hurting the notary business. Well, we see the notary business has been hurt, and now it's hurting us back. We hurt it, and it's hurting us back. So just imagine had you done those orders, irregardless of the dollar amount, and in some cases, irregardless of the distance, you would be at 100 plus signings now. You will be at a much better spot. That's what this is all about, people. So for those of you who are notary trainers out there, I know you gotta, you got your feelings about me. That's fine. I'm not coming after you. I'm coming after the bad behavior. The bad behavior is what I'm really addressing. There's certain bad behavior, bad business practices that people are doing that are causing these problems in the notary industry. And we got to cut it out. It's just that simple. We got to cut it out. So I'm going to get me some lunch and then go do this house inspection. And then I already got the docs printed, go prep them. Don't want that to fall over. And then get ready for my 4:30. And then those of you who are members, we'll see y'all tomorrow at noon for the one-on-one with Gary Pierre Lewis, talking about the signing service secrets and answering your questions. He got an hour, so we definitely gonna be on just an hour and everything. But even if he drops off, if I have time to be on afterwards, then we can just chop it up, members. And if you got any other thing up, but I know he'll be on for at least an hour, and then we'll do our thing with each other. And this is private, just us and everything. So again, thanks everybody. Appreciate each and every one of you. Love you. Much respect to all of you. Thank you for making my first year. I'm serious. Y'all have really made my first year in this business so, full-time as an entrepreneur, so enjoyable for not only just me, but me and my family. And the Griffin family thanks each and every one of you. We really appreciate you. And y'all have a good one. Peace.